Coming live from the VIP, heard the nightlife, off life with that lean. Monkey feds in state, wanna see by me. The whole city got this, heard he got three. That other rapper got a hit, but shout he got out. Who said the city on fire, soon as he got three, the king back now. He a bomb, the money stacked all the shack now. Still push a button and let the on the leg down. I'm on the road doing shows through the lag down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. Crowd yelling, bring them out, hey, I'm not sure I'm telling, bring them out, hey, all the dope boys fellas, bring them out, hey, what the black day yelling, bring them out, hey, yeah, what other southern rapper hood than this? I got rich and I'm still in a hood with good. Talk about shooting out and I was doing it. Looking hit you in the face, you gonna sue me quick. Never catch another case and more true to be missed. So I'm a cool head, stay out of the news headlines and show these other rappers bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of the time. I got my phone down hard.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lutheran High School for tonight's matchup between the Cougars from Lutheran High School in St. Charles, Missouri, and your Lutheran High School Lions! At this time, we would invite you to please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps. And join me in a word of prayer, followed by the singing of our national anthem. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this evening. We thank you for the ministry of both of these schools, both here in Parker, Colorado, and in St. Charles, Missouri. We thank you for the opportunity to proclaim your gospel daily. We pray that as we play tonight, that we would honor and glorify you. We thank you for the players, for the coaches, the spectators, the officials. We pray that in all that we do, that we would bring all glory and honor to you. It's in your saving name that we pray. Amen. Singing our national anthem tonight is Lutheran High School senior, Jenna Beard.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air,
Lutheran St. Charles has won the toss and is elected to receive. Officials for tonight's game: referee Rick Rouse, umpire Sal Marini, linesman Keith Clements, line judge Edward Moore, and back judge Kyle Pocock.
It's Friday night in America. Do you know what that means? It means Friday night football. We're here in beautiful Parker, Colorado, where the Lutheran High Cougars are the visitors to the Lutheran High Lions from Parker, Colorado. What a gorgeous evening we have here. Great atmosphere, and I'm Brian Bradensteiner, along with my partner, Doug Kuhlman. Doug, what do you got for this game tonight?
Oh, the first thing I say, Brian, I have never seen a football game played by a team from Missouri that had mountains in the background. So this is kind of cool to be out up here in the middle of our country and looking at God's great goodness out on the outside and getting ready for a football game here, Brian.
Boy, that's awesome. And the Cougars actually have won the toss, so they have elected to receive. At the first game of the year this year, we have Michael Parr Jr. back and also number 23, Caleb Mays, to receive the kickoff. And Friday night is starting, and here we go. And they do a little squib kick, and boy, did they do that perfectly.
They did, but I think they touched it a little bit soon, it almost looked like, from this angle.
There's a flag on the play.
Yep.
Well, you go from two teams that were powerhouses last year to try and figure a few things out at the start of the season this year. Lutheran High School, of course, was 12-2 last year, and they ended up winning the state championship in Missouri. And the Lutheran High School from Parker, Colorado, had a very tough team. They ended up 12-1, made it all the way to the quarterfinals, and almost made it on to state, but they were just a little bit short with that last game. So we're going to have two teams that are going to be working really hard this year, and we had offsides on this first play, so they're going to redo this, and we'll see what happens from here.
Boy, and like you said, Brian, I mean, this Lutheran Lion team last year, they had one loss on the season. That final game in the actually the state semifinals, lost 23-21 to Fort Morgan. What a great game, that was. And they were also dealing with some injuries in that game and some kids who were out sick. So they kind of wish they could have that one back, and they're hoping for another run this season, Brian, with another loaded Lions squad.
Here we go for the next kickoff, and they kicked this one deep. Great kick, and they had the wind in their favor, and it went into the end zone. The Cougars going to start with pretty good field position here on the 20-yard line to be 1st and 10.
Boy, and great opportunity there for the Lions to come out and kind of sneak one and get a possession there and be able to, even though they're kicking off, retain possession, take it into the end zone. So good job for the Cougars that they were able to come up here with the ball on the 20-yard line.
So as the Cougars break the huddle, they are in the visitor white uniforms, in Parker, Colorado in the home dark uniforms. And we have a new quarterback this year, Michael Gerdine, quarterback. He's 5'7" and 10th grade. He's going to have a lot of maturing to do, but he has gotten the very first start here, and he's looking to the outside. Nice little pass to the flats, and about a 5-yard gain.
Boy, that was great pursuit from the Lions there on defense. I like the way that Mikey took that ball and just fired it on out there to Caleb Mays. And he was able to get a couple of yards, Brian, but boy, again, just great pursuit from the Lions on that play.
Yeah, absolutely. Caleb Mays was able to bring that ball in, and Trey Cicio was the defender on that. And, he's got a couple of CCOs on this team this year, and last year they graduated one, or he was a junior last year, was he not?
He was a junior, that is correct, and made a lot of plays last year in this game, Brian.
Yeah, he's a tough cookie with being on defense and offense as well, as we had a running play to the right side.
Didn't seem like it really got good blocking up front there, Brian. The hole closed very quickly. Again, great defense from the Lions. Now you got to see the Cougars are going to be behind the chains here now at 3rd and 8. Going to need to either put the ball in the air or come up with something spectacular on the ground if they want to get a first down here and keep the drive going.
Yeah, Mitchell had a couple of yards on that one, and John Justice was actually the tackler on that, and it's third down, about 8. And we'll see if they put the ball up in the air here. They look to the outside, go across the middle. Nice little catch. And he's still running pretty hard, does Michael Parr Jr. Boy, he had a great year last year, and he's starting off the same way this year.
Boy, that ball, Mikey just put that ball right on up there, and he just went up and just snatched it out of the ground. That's what you expect, Brian, from an all-state returner. You know, when you have Mikey to be able to just put his hands up there. Kind of look a lot like Coffee last year throwing that ball, so if that's a good omen for the Cougars there, if Mikey's going to be able to throw that ball just like our all-state quarterback Aaron Coffee did last year, Brian.
Absolutely. Justice and Smolin were in on the tackle, and Cougars have a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line, and the ball is handed off. Nice little punch to the outside, and boy, there was no room to go there as Harris was able to get the outside, but the pursuit was really, really good.
No, it really was. You know, we had a nice cross block out there, and John McCaleb came down, had a nice block out, but just the hole just closed so quickly. Had good flow from the linebackers of the Lions there, Brian. We've got a first couple of shout-outs here. Reminder, give us a shout-out up here in the booth, 314-497-3014. Give us a text anytime, 314-497-3014. Let's go Cougars number 17, and go Christopher. So thank you very much for those shout-outs to start off our night.
Gerdine is in the shotgun as he looks to the outside. Nice pass, and deflected right off the fingertips of Parr and deflected off of the defender's hands, and that was lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Yeah, the safety was sitting there waiting for that slant pass, and good throw by Gerdine, just a little bit off the mark, and I think Mikey also saw that safety there, number 21 for the Lions, sitting there waiting for that slant. So he wasn't going to get beat on it a second time like he did here a couple of plays ago, Brian.
That's true. That was Sam Whistler in on the play with 9:39 left in the first quarter. The Cougars are still driving. They actually have lost a yard, so it's third down and 11. They're going up in the air again as Gerdine is being flushed out of the pocket, and he throws to the outside, and
I think that was
intercepted. Took the interception.
What a nice play there by number 3. Trey Ciccio just came out of nowhere, flying in like a knife, Brian, and just picked that ball out of the ground. Boy, nice play by the Lions.
Yeah, absolutely. Ciccio is returning, and he's going to be all over the field this year. He is quite the athlete, and he just got his first interception of the year. And I tell you, he had the Lions from Parker, Colorado, who are starting on the Cougars' 39-yard line. They have very, very good field position to start this out.
Well, now you got a new quarterback in here. Last year's quarterback for the Lions, Brian, is now, somebody can fact check me on where he's exactly playing. We'd like a tweet up, or rather a check on that. I think he's playing here at Colorado State, if memory serves, but Clayton Jacobs, and he kind of was their one-man show last year. He did it all, and he was just a tremendous athlete. Let's see what the Lions have here now in store.
They hand it off on the first play. Quarterback keeper goes to the outside. He has nowhere to go, does Dugard. And he actually loses about 4 yards. Great pursuit from the Cougars.
Yeah, wonderful pursuit there from our linebackers there.
Second down
and that's a play that they ran last year with high success with Clayton Jacobs back there.
Yeah, they did, and Isaiah Rubio was in on that tackle. High snap, another running play right up the middle, and another 4-yard loss.
Boy, the defense, the two linebackers just came downhill on that play and were able to blow that up in the backfield. In fact, we almost took the handoff from the quarterback there.
Yeah, we have some pretty formidable linebackers right now. As
third down and 16.
We continue to defend well. They're going up in the air, little screen pass, ball's tipped.
Interception!
Interception, James Cross Jr. all the way home to the house.
Jamar Cross comes to Lutheran High, and in his about 4th play of his career as a Cougar, he takes it in for the touchdown, Brian.
Wow, I tell you what, before the football game started today, Doug, we were looking at him and we're saying, wow, that is a man out there.
He is a man. He came to play. He's excited to be here. And, boy, what a great play for the Cougars after giving up that interception earlier here a couple plays ago.
Absolutely. That was a 54-yard interception return, and that puts the Cougars up 6-0, and obviously kills the drive for Parker, Colorado Lions. Wow, that was impressive.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
So as the Cougars try for the extra point, we have Richter, who is going to be the kicker here, and Holder is going to be our quarterback, Gerdine. Here's the snap, ball's down, kicks up, and it is good.
You know, Brian, one thing I do want to say about Nick Richter there, came on to the field here last year, about midway through the season. He's a three-sport athlete for the Cougars. Not only is he out here playing varsity football, he's a varsity swimmer and a varsity soccer player. Just what a tremendous athlete, and that's just a game changer when you have a kicker like that who came on in about Game 6 last year and helped us win a state championship. So good job, Nick.
Yeah, absolutely. That's being the well-rounded athlete, is he not?
Yeah, absolutely is. Boy, here's a nice shout-out we do need to say here. The defense is powered by Grandma's Cookies. And boy, anyone in St. Charles, Missouri knows those Grandma's Cookies. Boy, I know my 3 daughters and my wife does, and a lot of us Cougars do. So absolutely, powered by that Grandma's Cookies.
Gotta love the Grandma's Cookies. You know, just recently, my youngest daughter Grace, was having an engagement celebration party, and we had Grandma's Cookies. Tell you what, they're yummy.
Doesn't get much better, does it?
No, it doesn't. 8:34 left in the first quarter. Cougars are up 7-0, and we have our number 1 and number
could have had an opportunity to at least field that there. Now we're going to have a
flag on the play.
Far side.
All the way down to near the 5-yard line.
Got all the way down to the 5-yard line. The wind was taking that ball just a little bit, and there were 3 defenders right in his face, and he elected to let the ball bounce, and it took a favorable bounce for the Lions all the way down to the 5-yard line. We'll see what we have with this flag on the field, and we will go from there.
Brian, another quick shout-out here. Oh, boy, here's an awesome one, an awesome shout-out from Dr. Ryan Brado. Some of you Lion fans know that name. Dr. Ryan Brado was a teacher and coach here, a state championship coach, I do believe, here in Parker, in Denver Lutheran before coming down here to Parker. So good to have him. And also he's a former Cougar, an alumni of Lutheran High School, and then obviously now working down at Grand Canyon University out in Arizona. So great to have Dr. Brado watching the broadcast this evening, Brian.
It's awesome to be able to see the alumni that still come back, and it's a big, big family. The Lutheran family is, but it's a very small world. Mm-hmm. Gerdine back from the shotgun. He's surveying the field. Cougars are buried deep, 1st and 10 from their own 5-yard line. We got a receiver in motion, handoff up the middle. Going through the left side and gets about 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, you know, good opportunity there. Get out of the shadow of your own goal post here. I think we missed what that flag was earlier, Brian, on that punt, but I think it was going to get waved off. Cougars then, like we said, start with the ball on their own 6-yard line. Do have another flag here, and we'll see what it is.
Yeah, Mitchell on the last play had a carry on the last play.
Looks like we have a legal procedure on the Cougars here. It's going to be declined, going to be 2nd and 10. Again, coming right outside of our own end zone here.
2nd down.
So with the Cougars pinned deep, they still lead 7-0. 7:18 in the first quarter left.
Well, so now you're here at 2nd and 8 after that, or 2nd and 8.5 after that decline penalty. Cougars haven't got much going on the ground. It's the same thing the Lions were able to do to the Cougars last year, shut down that strong running game.
That they did. Gerdine is up under center right now. He has the handoff, and the ball was actually dropped, put on the ground, and Harris, boy, he powered his way up to, looks pretty close to a first down, Doug.
Boy, that's real lucky there for that ball being on the ground. It's the first time that Gerdine has gone under center, so Cougars come up with a great break there. Aiden able just to pick that up, and nice jump cut to the left. We got to get a first down for the Cougars. Move that ball outside of the shadow of their own goalposts.
Yeah, absolutely.
1st and 10 on the 18.
John Justice was in on that last tackle as well. Gerdine is up under center again. Same style of a formation from the last play. He takes the handoff, or he hands it off to the back. He's running hard, and boy, it just looks like a big dance out there right now.
Yeah, Cougars are going to get about 1.5 yards on that. Now, a stretch play out of that 3-back set. The Lions have a lot of speed onto the edge there. Our best plays so far running the ball have been kind of right up the gut, right up the middle there, not necessarily off tackle. So Cougars, Arlen Harris, obviously a former NFL running back, is going to want to continue to establish that ground game.
And Mitchell was the last ball carrier, and Ryan Kenny in on a tackle. He was going to hear those names quite a bit tonight, I believe.
Absolutely, on both sides of the ball, too, for both the Lions and the Cougars.
Absolutely. Yeah, you mentioned Harris. His dad was a former NFL running back as well, and his son's built just like him. It's pretty cool to see, and he's going out to the flats, and the ball's going right out to him. Oh, wow, what a great catch.
How did he come up with that catch? That ball should have been picked off there. Great jump
to number 3
by number 7 there, Jaden Williams, the senior for the Lions.
You talk about cutting like a knife. He came right through there, and
5.
Wow, that was something. That went right through his hands, though, and I had no idea how Harris ended up catching that.
I can't tell you either. Big play for the Lions defense here to get off the field. Cougars have this 7-0 lead with 5:16 and clock ticking here to go in the first quarter.
It's 3rd down and 5, and Gerdine is from the shotgun. He's got trips to the far side. We got one receiver to the near side. He's looking right. He's throwing right, and wow. That play was read really, really well. Cougars going to have a loss on that one.
Yeah, and that's going to be now. They're going to be on 4th down, 4th and about 12. They're going to be punting from their own 15-yard line here.
By number 3, Trey.
Yeah, Mitchell was the receiver on that, and we lost 6 yards on that, but CCO came up. I tell you, that boy is a defender, and he is an awesome athlete.
He is. Been fun to watch. Brian, we did have a fact check here about last year's quarterback for the Lions. We referenced kind of where Clayton Jacobs did go to school, and the fact check tells us he went to, where'd we go? Well, we're going to come back to it because I got about 25 text messages to scroll through here.
There you go. The Cougars are punting. They're 4th down 11, pinned deep in their own territory, and we have a flag on the play. Initial reaction could be delay of game.
Could be a delay of game or 12 men on the field. Because from the back judges, most likely is a delay of game.
Well, that pushes the Cougars back another 5 yards. 4 and a long, long way to go, 15. And they're still lining up for the punt. We have Alan Mitchell back to punt for the Cougars. And the snap is up. Kick is up. Ooh, nice punt. Very nice punt. All the way back to the 45-yard line. CCO gets it, and boy, the Cougars pursued that very, very well.
Boy, to be punting from your own 5-yard line there, and you're now putting the Lions on the 45-yard line. That's still just great defense and great coverage there. So the Lions now going to go to work from the Cougars' 45-yard line.
And Jackson Bethany and Tristan Engels was in. They both were in on that tackle, and boy, they keyed in on his belly button. He wasn't going anywhere. No juking allowed. So the Lions start out in Cougars territory once again from the 45-yard line. Dugard takes the direct snap, and
he got hit hard.
Ball went down on the ground, but he recovered it well, but he did get hit hard.
Yeah, he did get hit real hard there.
On the carry,
and that's what the Lions have done. They've relied on that quarterback position. Like talked about Jacobs last year being the primary running back as well.
Down and 9.
Aiden Harris was in on that tackle, and little dipsy-do here. CCO gets a sweep play, and he's off to the house.
Touchdown.
Nice play.
Yeah, boy, they just got the edge there and were able to punch that one all the way in. Nice play by the Lions.
CCO with a 44-yard touchdown scamper. He was sweeping out to the outside. He saw an opening, and he cut it up, and he was gone.
Well, we had a listener text earlier that that first interception for the Cougars really took that crowd out of the game. I think this potentially might have brought the crowd back into the game here as they look to tie this game with the extra point.
Yeah, they could very well do that. Number 21, Sam Smolin, is on to kick the extra point, and the holders, number 4, Andrew Long. The kick is up, and it is good.
Yeah,
we have
nice
a tie ball
there.
game.
Folks, as we wait here for the opening kickoff, we're going to go ahead and hear from our
Lutheran High School Lions
sponsors, our gold level and our silver level sponsors.
7.
Thank you again to our gold and our silver level sponsors there that you're going to be seeing on your screen momentarily, helping us bring you the game here from beautiful Parker, Colorado this evening, Brian. Boy, what a great night for football here as we have two good teams going at it. One team that won a state championship last year in their respective state, and another one that lost in the state semifinals to the eventual state champion to finish the season 12-1. Exciting game so far. What do you think the Lions are going to come out and try for the onside kick here again?
I do not. They have the wind in their favor, and I would take a deep field rather than having a short pooch kick.
Well, Coach Harris does have the hands team on the field here right now.
Yeah.
Let's see what the Lions do.
Michael Parr is back, as well as Caleb Mays to receive this kick, but here it goes. They're kicking it deep, and that ball's going to make the end zone pretty quickly. Oh, no way.
Mikey Parr picks it up.
Mike Parr juked us all out and picked it up from the 1 yard line, brought it out to about the 20.
Yeah, right at 20. Looks like here we're going back to the quarterback here, Clayton Jacobs. He is at UC Santa Cruz and trying out for their team. So don't know how he's doing out there, but boy, he was quite an athlete last year.
He absolutely was. You know, I have to smile a little bit. There's a young man who is the son of the athletic director and also the son of the coach, who runs out and gets to tee after every kickoff. It's pretty cool to see. He's dressed out in a little uni and has a nice little hat on, and you can tell he's just loving life.
He is. That's Crew. He's have had some stories on him here as well, out here in Parker, Colorado, and what he has done. Obviously the son of Stephen and Rochelle Robbins. Great family.
Gerdine has taken the snap from the shotgun, and to the outside we go, and gets tackled before makes it to the sidelines, but number 19 for us, Alan Mitchell, was able to take that about 3 yards.
Yeah, got a good gain out there. Good blocking out on the edge, and able to find a crease in that defense there, which Cougars haven't found much on the ground so far, but a good start to set up now and get ahead of the chains on 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Ryan Kenny on that last tackle. I got to tell you, Doug, although Parker, the Lions from Parker, Colorado, they are not very big, but boy, are they fast.
They're fast and they move well, absolutely. And I would echo that statement.
Yeah, Gerdine from the shotgun. He's rolling out to the right. Oh, he keeps it, tucks underneath of a potential blocker or defender, and he gets back to maybe the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, great fake on that, where he kind of pumped it up there and then kept it up the middle to now didn't gain anything, but
63, Trevor Pollard.
Trevor Pollard in on that tackle, and it's going to be 3rd down and about 7 yards right now. And Cougars they're going to have to try and stir something up here and continue this drive, obviously.
Yeah, haven't done a whole lot on offense here. Obviously, the defensive touchdown, the score, the interception return from Jamar Cross. It looks like we're going to have a timeout from the Cougars here.
Timeout called by Lutheran St. Charles. Lutheran High School Parker football would like to thank their sponsors.
So, Doug, why don't you give us a few shout-outs here from what we have online? As you know, we can go ahead and text the number 314-497-3014. Doug, you have a few?
Absolutely. Shout-out to Nick Richter for the extra point. That was awesome.
Synergies.
Also, too, we have the Harris family from Pennsylvania watching, and yes, we do know you were frozen a little bit earlier. We're working through that, so hopefully we do not have another opportunity. We have no more times where our feed will go frozen. We have a lot of things hooked up to that network here. We're going to keep working on that. Also, shout out from Greg Lorenz. He is watching here right now. New member of our Booster Club Executive Council, watching at home with his family. Also, another one. Oh, you might know this guy. A shout out to B. Rye, the best in the biz, from Blake Bradensteiner.
Nice. Thank you, Blake. Love my son. Absolutely. Love my family. Love my daughters, Grace and Paige, as well. Blake, thank you for the shout out. Hugs and kisses from Dad from all the way from Parker, Colorado.
7-7.
And the Cougars are coming back. 3rd down and 7. Gerdine under center actually was taking the shotgun and ball was tipped away, and that play just didn't transpire at all.
No, I think it would have been there. That
down
the outside
for the Cougars.
linebacker, again, the Cougars have now run that play about 4 times, the slant to Mikey Parr. Been open. However, you have that linebacker standing there just waiting for that after they completed that pass here earlier in the game for that first down on 3rd and about 8, Brian.
Yeah, Williams was the defender on the play. We also have a punt coming up. CCO is back as well, and we're going to find out what this nice punt does. A little low snap. Wow, he got a big boot off there.
Into the wind. Incredible punt from Alan Mitchell.
Mitchell has it all. He picks it up. CCO does, and he slipped as he was trying to cut back. He got about a 7-yard return on that one, but boy, that was an awesome punt.
Boy, it really was. Way to flip the field there from Alan Mitchell, and CCO picked that one up. Probably, Coach Robbins might say, whoa, don't do that again, but that's a dangerous play, but he made something out of that and gained about 7 yards of field position by doing that, Brian.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what's kind of interesting, Doug? We were talking about some of the shout-outs. We had some frozen on our feed. Sometimes I just got to say, you just got to let it go.
Let it go. Well, as a father of 3 daughters, yes, I can well attest to that.
And there you go. We got Dugard back, and he's from the shotgun looking out to the flats. Nice little pass to the outside. CCO, he's got some moves. He's got some room. He gets all the way down to the 43-yard line. Wow, what a nice pitch and catch.
Yeah, boy, way to pull up about 25 yards. Now the Lions are going to try to go hyperspeed here. Probably with a handoff.
That's a correction. That was Ryan Kinney, actually, that took that ball, and it's his call again. And, wow, what a great defensive play by Harris, who takes him down to the outside, and he lost about 4 or 5 yards on that one.
Yeah, boy, nice play. Beat me once, you're not going to beat me again. Great play there from Aiden Harris.
And we got a player down.
To put the Lions behind the chains here at 2nd and 16. A couple other shout-outs here. Shout-out the Barnett family watching from Sebastian, Florida. The grandmother of our kicker, number 42, Nick Richter.
Nice.
Great to see you watching from back down in Florida. Thank you very much for tuning in. Also, our Booster Club president, Butch Powley, vice president, Booster Club vice president, said we had the score at 7-6, and we have corrected that problem. So thank you. If you do see us making a mistake or say something that is not quite right, mispronounce something, please let us know. And also, too, Brian, our play-by-play a shout-out to the future grandpa come December, too. So not only are you dad, you're going to be grandpa in December. My God, grandpa? You're not old enough.
I tell you what, it is an awesome, awesome experience to be going through this journey, seeing my son Blake and his wife Ellie announce that they're getting a nice little baby coming here come December 30th. I'm just so stinking proud of that, and got God bumps all over the place.
You should, absolutely. Family grows. It's an awesome thing.
Yeah, next generation's coming alive. Pretty fun to see. Doug, we got everything settled down on the field right now, says Grandpa. That would be me coming up. Dugard is back. He takes the snap from the shotgun. He's looking deep. He doesn't have anything. Now he goes way up top. We have nice little jump ball, and they throw the flag at the end. That was a good defensive play, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know all the rules here in Colorado, and if there's anything that differs from Missouri, but boy, oh boy, if there doesn't, that's a rough call if you're a Cougar fan, and you're liking it if you're a Lion fan. Didn't really see any contact there, but kind of want to watch that one again on replay to see what happened.
Well, the ball was up in the air. They were defending it together and fighting for it. You had the offensive player that was trying to come down with it, and CCO. And
let's get the call.
We still don't know what the call is.
Yep, we're going to call the pass interference. So, boy, that's going to pick up that first down.
That's a 15-yard penalty, first down and 10 for the
And that's
Lions.
a rough call for the Cougars, especially when that ball wasn't going to get caught. And didn't really seem like both players just jumped up for that ball. Nevertheless, rough call.
Yeah, 15-yard penalty. That's a tough one to swallow as Dugard is back once again, number 16 on your dark jersey for the home team Lions. And he takes the snap. He's looking to throw the ball into the flats. He has a wide open wide open Kenny, and he takes it all the way down to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Boy, they're starting to pick apart our defense on the outside.
They really are. Cougars just kind of outpaced right now on the edge on their defensive coverages.
And Caleb Mays came down with the defensive tackle there, and it's first down, a goal to go. Dugard from the shotgun, he takes his hand off and hands it right on up to CCO, and he pounds his way into the end zone.
Boy.
Touchdown Lions.
CCO has just been doing it all today for the Cougars. Running, catching, he's doing it all and playing great defense.
Ryan Kenny.
Oh, that was Ryan Kenny actually that put that one through. And
apologize to our viewers, Ryan Kenny. Great job.
Absolutely, 9-yard play on that, and that takes the Lions up. They're up 13-7 right now with 1:11 left in the first quarter. And the Lions are looking to add an extra point here. Ball's down, kicks up, and that one is good. Lions are up 14-7 with 1:11 left in the first quarter.
Kick is good. That makes the
score. Brian, the hard part here too now, if you're a Cougar fan, you're watching this saying, yeah, the Cougars are down 14-7, just one score, but haven't done a whole lot on the offensive side. I think I've got two first downs, and that running game that has been so strong for so many years has not found many creases. If you look at the game last year for the Cougars and Parker Lutheran here, Parker Lutheran held the Cougars to 27 rushes and only 152 yards, which was really far off their average. Also throwing the ball, 12 for 27 for 138 yards. So when you're talking holding the Cougars, this eventual state champion, to less than 300 yards of total offense, the Lions defense came to play last year. They've come to play this year too.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And as the teams are trying to take the field right now, lining up, you have the Lions kicking off once again from the 40 with the wind at their back, and the Cougars have two of our finest all the way back. We have 23 back there in Caleb Mays, and we also have number 5 back there, Mr. Brown.
Now looks like we're going to be potentially, looks like an onside kick here. The front line is ready. Let's see if he goes deep or does another onside.
And once again it is. It's a little, uh-oh. Hands team bounced off of him, and the Lions picked that one up on the squib kick.
Yeah, boy, that went right into the hands of the Cougars there, and should have been able to cover that one up and just were unable to. Now the Lions have another opportunity to add to this 14-7 lead as the time ticks down in the first quarter here.
Yeah, I agree. Williams was the one with the recovery on that, and boy, it looked like we had that and just bounced right off the chest of us and went back, and Williams was able to land on it, and it's going to be first down Lions from the 47-yard line. They're starting on their own side of their field this time, but that doesn't seem to slow them down at all tonight, for that matter.
Cougars need a defensive stand here. Get this ball back.
Dugard from the shotgun. He takes a snap. He's
he
going
got
deep.
Hit hard. Oh my, he got
ball
lit up.
Was thrown over the receiver's intended receiver.
Man, he got hit hard there. That was a jailbait blitz for the Cougars there. Went man-to-man coverage out back. Boy, hope he's okay. Looks like he's okay. Popped up. Just a tough kid.
Tough kid indeed. We were talking about that before. Cruz was getting the tee, and he came off, did a little dance in nice little worm as he was coming off. The throw went out to the flats, and number 11, Sorensen, he ended up picking up about 4 or 5 yards, and it's going to be third down and 6
Big play
for the Lions.
Big play.
Yeah, we need to stop.
Get ready, defense.
Dugard from the shotgun again. He's looking to the outside, and he has one right over top, just off the hands of the intended receiver.
Well, if you're Coach Robbins here, you're going to want to go for this because you're in plus territory. Yes, it's fourth down, and you're fourth and about 6.5. No, he's going to go for this here.
And we have an injury down on the field. Looks like we might have a little bit of a hamstring issue here. That looks like Rubio down.
Yeah, looks like we have another cramp.
So with number 55, Rubio down, we want to go back to some shout-outs. Doug, you have any more?
Yeah, I do. I'll tell you what, one here. Longtime athletic director here at Lutheran High in St. Charles, Gordon Brado. He not only taught and coached at Denver Lutheran in the 1970s for 12 years, he obviously was our athletic director at Lutheran High School in St. Charles for 20 years, and he is hoping that tonight's game is a tie.
Well, that's the only way Lutheran High will not win tonight.
Yeah, right? Boy, I tell you, Gordon Brado, our Christian Athlete of the Year, is named after Gordon Brado at Lutheran High, and longtime athletic director, basketball coach, and did so many good things at Lutheran High. Not only Lutheran High where we are, but also all over the country, in Texas, here in Colorado, and out in California as well. So thanks, Gordon, for tuning in tonight and catching the game.
So tell us a little bit more about that Christian award that's named after Mr. Brado.
Yeah, selected by our coaches and our athletic director, Melvin Bethany. The Gordon Brado Christian Athlete of the Year is awarded to that kid on the male and female side who just embody what we stand for at Lutheran High about growing Christian leaders. So shout out to Gordon Brado. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Gordon. And here we are, 4th down. And the play got stopped for some reason.
Looks like we have a timeout taken by a Lutheran High.
Lutheran St. Charles.
There we go, timeout.
Couple updates.
A few more shout-outs. Doug, what do you got?
Boy, another one here, another shout-out from my friend Caleb Guns. He's watching, saying nothing's better than a football season, perfect weather nights, and live Cougar football. I think he's watching it out there at his house out in St. Charles County. So thank you very much, Caleb. He's a fellow Oregon Duck fan. So if you're a fellow Oregon Duck fan with me, you're top-notch in my book. So thanks, Caleb, for watching out. Another shout-out here.
Cross country.
Another shout-out to the Cougars from the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. Boy, that's impressive.
That is very
Palm Beach County. Thank you
impressive.
so much. First of all, thank you for your service and what you do to keep everyone safe and what you do out down there in Florida. Also, another shout-out here, enjoying the broadcast, especially because I cheer for both schools. That's from Al Lazel. Al Lazel, you know Al. Tell us a little about Al, Brian.
I do know Al. Al's been a long time Emmanuel Lutheran member, and Al, it's great to be able to see you. Even though you're retired, every now and then you still play the piano and the music at church. We want to thank you for that, but also I think he has a little bit of a son here. Is that true?
He does have a son, yeah. The music director here is going to be interviewed at halftime. So we're excited to have Mr. Lazel come on board and interview. Another one we're going to have interviewed at halftime, Matt Burke.
That's awesome as Duger takes the snap, and we have yellow hankies all over the field. This one probably is going to come back.
No, I don't know if it's a pre-snap penalty or if they allow us to decline the penalty, it's going to be Cougar ball on the 45. But I don't know if this is a pre-snap as an illegal shift. We'll see what happens here. Either way, so they're going to be 4th and 11, or we're going to give the ball to the Cougars here on the 45-yard line.
You know, Doug, you were talking about the Lazels. They're such a great family, such talent in music, and I had to chuckle. We were at dinner before the ball game started tonight, and Chris was walking around, and there was somebody that came up to him and says, "Hey, Mr. Lazel," and I'm like, "Well, where's Al at?"
Where's Al? And it was his son.
It was his son, so I had to chuckle at that and say, man, I knew you when you were a little kid, and people are calling you Mr. Lazel now.
Here we go.
Cougars lined up 1st and 10 from their own 45. Handoff right up the middle. Boy, he's taking the whole crowd with him as he goes along, and that's Alan Mitchell. He got about 6 yards on that play.
Boy, way to put his head down there and just barrel through to get about 7 yards. Set the Cougars up now in great position here in plus territory. So now you know if you get the 4th down, you're going to be going for it here. Coach Harris usually likes to roll those dice, especially when he gets into plus territory.
Number 19, Alan Mitchell on the carry. Gain of 7.
Once again, if you have a shout-out and you would like us to shout out anybody watching for either team here, for the Lions or the Cougars, give us a text at 314-497-3014. And as we go to break here, Lutheran High School St. Charles trails the Lutheran High School Lions 14-7. We'll be back with you momentarily, folks.
Now, just some information for you. Lutheran High School in St. Charles County is part of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. Many schools around the country. We have some good trivia for you today. I am actually sitting next to the very first athletic director of Lutheran High School St. Charles, who became the athletic director here at Lutheran High School in Parker, Colorado, and retired from here a couple years ago. Mr. Lauren Larrabee was actually the very first athletic director at Lutheran High School in St. Charles County. So some good trivia for you here tonight.
And welcome back, everyone. We are live once again. 2nd down and 3 for the Cougars. Low snap, and our quarterback just had to fall on the ball.
Yeah, boy, rough snap there. And I tell you, that's when you don't make a bad play worse. You know, a smart man once said, his name was Dave Steinbacher, a longtime coach at Lutheran High for our football team. Never make a bad play worse, and that's a good job by Mike not making a bad play worse.
3rd down and 8.
Cougars retain possession, and there'll be a 3rd and 8 here from their own 47-yard line.
As the Cougars come to the line, you have Gerdine in a shotgun. You have Mitchell deep, and you also have Harris off to the side. And Gerdine looks to throw, and he just tucks it and runs. And he he did not make it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost 2 on the play. It's going to be 4th and 10.
Now you're in a position where you're just going to have to punt here now. Right decision. I said earlier that Coach Harris does like to roll this dice, but when you got 4th and 10, and this Lion defense has been so ferocious, and the Cougars made a stop last time the Lions had the ball, you're kind of put your defense in a position to stop them again and maybe get the ball back in better field position.
Exactly. Ryan Kenny was on to play that last time. He came through the middle and just blew that whole play up. He's a good running back. He's a good linebacker as well, as the Cougars are lined up to punt. And here comes the snap. Good snap. And the kick is up, and we got a good punter on our hands. And it looks like we have about a 6 or 7 yard return there. We had a whole host of people tackling. Number 11, Chase Sorensen.
Number 17, Tegan McNellis.
And Luke Grant was in on the tackles.
Yeah, Keelan DeGrant's made some nice plays on the special teams and on the defensive end here, both sides. So love watching that young man. You know, has a bright future ahead of him. Will be a future Division I athlete. He's got a good head on his shoulders as well. So good play by Keelan.
So it's 1st and 10 from the Lions' own 28-yard line. Low pass to the flats, and they pick up about 2 yards on that. You know, that's just kind of like a running play, isn't it?
It is, just an extension of the running game
Pass
right there.
complete to
You know, they're doing a nice
11,
job
Chase
getting out,
Sorensen.
blocking that cornerback, playing that press man
Brought down by
coverage,
number 55,
and then not having number
Isaiah
2 be able to
Rubio.
flow over there.
Absolutely.
2nd down.
Rubio in on the last tackle, and little handoff up the middle, cut back, and wow, Kenny took that ball far. Once again, he had a whole host of Cougars trying to catch up to him.
Cyril Holloway.
Nice play by Mikey Parr there, just kind of come out of nowhere on your screen to be able to make that tackle. A lot of speed for Mikey Parr.
Absolutely. Holloway was in on the tackle as well, and Dugard from the shotgun, ball's on the ground, and it's still on the ground. I think he was able to jump back on that.
Boy, and that's one of those ones that's a great play, be able just to recover that and get some positive yardage.
Sawyer Wald.
Yeah, absolutely. Sawyer Wald was in on the recovering that ball as Dugard takes the high snap, and he goes up the middle, number 30 does, Sawyer Ward once again, and he picks up 6 yards on that play.
Well, the Lions are doing a much better job on the running game here as opposed to the first part of the first quarter there, not being able to get much. And Cougars, I'll tell you what, this altitude is really taking something out of the Cougars here, Brian. A lot of cramping and a lot of just kind of getting used to it. I know they came out here on Wednesday, but nevertheless, trying to get ready to play a football game in 48 hours when you're literally in the mile-high city can't be easy.
Well, as you are well aware, that thin air can really take a toll on you, as a lot of the parents came. We traveled well. We have a lot of friends and family here as well. There are a lot of attractions around Parker area, close to Denver. Of course, there's Estes Park, and we took some hikes as well, and it pretty much took a lot of energy to help us breathe, if you will.
That 6-mile hike up in Rocky Mountain National Park, I thought it was going to be pretty easy, but boy, was I wrong. Hiking 6 miles on flat ground in St. Louis or in Missouri somewhere, it's a different ball game being out here, being literally up 9,000 feet up in the Rockies. But nevertheless, fun time. A lot of fans, like you said, a lot of fans came out here and enjoying this. A lot of fans are at home watching this. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, it looked like Cross was the injured player. He had a cramp as well, and he's being walked off the field right now. 3rd down and about 6 yards to go. Dugard from the shotgun. He hands it off up the middle. A little cutback, and got a couple Cougars taking down the runner, and he's close to a first down.
Well, I thought Aiden Harris was going to make that play in the backfield. That was one of the few times you're ever going to see Aiden miss that tackle. Boy, just diagnosed that play so well.
Joe Roach was in on the play, and that was just a quick snap trying to catch us off guard.
Yeah, this is something they did last year, Brian, many, many times. And good thing for the Cougars, they've been able to make great plays so far this year on those quick hitters. Last year, those were going for 6, 7 yards. This year, they're going for 1 yard. Much better defense from the Cougars.
Yeah, absolutely. Dugard once again from the shotgun. He's looking over his intended receivers. He has 2 receivers on the top and at the bottom, and he's stepping up in the pocket. Nice gun. Boy, I tell you what, we almost picked that off. Holloway had that go right through his hands.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Cyril Holloway, CJ is always around the ball. Whether it's in the state championship football game last year, returning one for a touchdown, or deflecting about this 4th pass of the game. He's just doing some great stuff on the defensive side.
Yeah, no doubt. CCO once again was the intended receiver, and we have another Cougar down, and looks like he might need a breather or has something to do with his hamstring once again. Doug, you have some more shout-outs for us, buddy?
Yeah, absolutely. Cheering all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Go Mikey and the Cougars, and I will echo that. Go Mikey. Love that kid. Love seeing him in the hallway and watch him grow from his freshman to his senior year here at Lutheran High. Love you, Gigi and Pops. Thank you so much. Also here, Go Cougars. Shout out to the NASCAR crew hanging in Daytona, Florida. Go number 42, and I don't even have to check my roster, number 42. We've had some other shout-outs from the Richter family, so thank you very much for catching us here down in Daytona, Florida. Another one, Go Cougars. Hello from Brian, Isaiah Rubio's uncle. Tell Brian Bragensteiner I said hi. Go Cougars.
That's
absolutely.
awesome.
Thank you so much, Brian, for tuning in tonight.
Absolutely. Hello, Mr. Rubio. Thanks for tuning in.
Here's one. Great commentators. I think they're talking about you. Keep those dipsy doodles coming.
We'll keep plenty of dipsy doodles coming as Kenny comes in, and Dugard is taking the shotgun snap. It's 3rd and 10. Nice little out. Picked off.
Whoa.
We had a whistle blown.
How was the whistle blown? It was an interception.
I think that was going to be a touchdown for us.
What happened? Oh, illegal procedure.
False start on
oh,
wow.
Okay.
That was actually a nice little break for the Lions, because that was going to reverse the field quickly with a touchdown. But nonetheless, it's going to be 3rd down and about 14, 15 yards.
If you're the Lions, you're real lucky there. Your quarterback gets drilled and he throws an interception that was returned for a touchdown, but we had an illegal procedure.
Yeah, we were over here on the Lions stand side, and it got really quiet there as he goes deep and just overthrows everybody on that one. He just got pummeled as well, and when he took the quarterback down. Now we got some words being said, and they're breaking everybody up.
Yeah, I think their quarterback's just getting hit, just getting drilled. And that one there, Jamar Cross just came in, and nice clean hit on him. But there was some frustration here that the quarterback got hit, I think, from some of those offensive linemen. Well, my response, block better.
You know, that is true. There's a reason why those quarterbacks will buy Rolexes for a lot of their line after they win a championship, yes?
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like we're going to have a 4th down here. And, boy, they just got real lucky there because Jamar was going to take another one all the way to the end zone after Duggar threw another interception, but got lucky to be having that illegal procedure.
Caleb Mays is back to at least receive the punt here. We'll see what we have going on here, but once again, got a little bit of standing around, but here we go. We got the snap going to be taken right into the punter, and he puts it up, and nice little, boy, that's a high floating kick. Inside the 10-yard line, smart to let that ball go, and rolls right into the end zone. The Cougars going to have pretty good field position starting out at their own 20-yard line.
Looks like we have a flag over here on this close sideline. Don't really see what happened there. Cougars should have the ball on the 20-yard line here, depending upon what this penalty is.
No, we got holding against the Cougars.
Oh, that'll hurt.
That will hurt.
They're going to be 1st down from your 10-yard line. Cougars have had terrible field position all game, and they've also had just a couple of mistakes, just kind of mistakes that are uncharacteristic of an Arlen Harris coach team, giving up that onside kick, not being able to cover it, and a few other silly things. So Coach Harris, has about 8.5 minutes to go in this first half, and he's going to clean a lot of that stuff up for the second half here as we have a great tight ball game here. 14-7, Lions lead the Cougars here with 8:32 left in this first half.
Yeah, you know, first game jitters are real.
Yeah, absolutely. For both teams, you know.
You got that right. And one of the things about that is that I've always said that if you don't have some jitters, it doesn't mean anything to you. So I kind of like a little bit of game day jitters.
Yep. Butterflies in the stomach, so a little bit of anxiety is good. A lot is not, but a little is good.
That is right. Just going to need to learn how to control that anxiety and pretty much dial it in and use it to perform at the highest level that you can.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have some offensive substitutions going back and forth as the Cougars are pinned really deep. 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line after that holding penalty. And they're coming up to the line. Well, looks like we have Gerdine in the shotgun once again. We have wideouts on both sides, and we have a false start.
Oh, and there you go. That's just crazy. You can't have these false starts or these
False
just
start on the Cougars.
terrible
5-yard
penalties
penalty.
like that, because now you're going to put
First down
yourself
and
way
15.
behind the chains. Now you're snapping the ball from the 5-yard line. You're snapping it into your own end zone here. You trail this game right now. Cougars got to come stop making those mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, I think Harris was wanting the ball on that one.
Yeah.
We get the ball up the middle, nice little running play, bouncing off some defenders, and goes down for a hard one.
Yeah, boy, again, just not much running room for the Cougars here. Coach Harris is going to have to come up with something a little bit
Number
different
19,
there,
Alan
and
Mitchell
or
on
just
the
keep
carry, brought
pounding it
down
up
by
the
number
middle
3,
like
Trey
that.
Cicio.
There's been some room,
No
but not
gain.
as much as you
Second
expect
down
from a
and
Cougar
15.
coach team.
Yeah, I agree. Mitchell just hit the hole and pretty much hit a wall, but he was able to gain right at 1 yard as the Cougars come up to the line. And we have Gerdine under center this time, and it looks like this might just be a nice little running play. Although he takes it, he rolls out to the flat, looking across the field, and there was nobody there. He threw to an area, but nobody was there.
Gerdine's pass
Yeah,
falls
it looked like
incomplete.
he was
Third
going to
down
Jay Sean
and
Richmond there, number
15.
22, on kind of a little sprint out pass there. And Jay Sean came from the backside tight end position, but good play design, just not just quite with the that we're going to come back to that play because I think Mikey's going to be able to hit that one.
Yeah, it's pretty much wide open. It's just the timing was off a bit on that, and it's 3rd down once again from about 5.5, 6 yard line for the Cougars. And Gerdine is set in the shotgun position. He's got about trips over to this side, looking out to the outside. He's going deep, and boy, there was miscommunication. Ball was overthrown, and the receiver just stopped and cut back. There was miscommunication.
Yeah, I think Mike Parr was kind of taking that one down the sideline, and the ball was thrown more to a post route, kind of coming over back to the middle of the field is where Mikey Gerdine threw that one. So Cougars are not going to have to be punting here from their own 5-yard line. So not a good offensive series for the Cougars there.
No, not at all. That was just, well, quite frankly, it was ugly.
It wasn't good. Luckily, the Cougars defense has been playing strong the last 2 possessions.
Yeah, agreed. We have Mitchell back punting from the letters in the end zone. He's got about 4 yards behind him to have a little bit of cushion, but boy, you can't have many mistakes. And the snap just went way over his head, and that's a safety.
Out of the back of the end zone, resulting in a safety.
Just
That makes
indicated
the
we
score
cannot
your
have
Lutheran
those kind of
High School
mistakes
line
like that,
16.
and that was starting from the holding
Lutheran
penalty
St. Charles
on the punt.
7.
Cougars should have had the ball on the 20-yard line coming out, and instead they had it on the 10-yard line. Then you had an illegal procedure, so now you're at 1st and 15 from your own 5-yard line. So you had 2 penalties right in a row that were able to now give the Lions 2 more points to now take a bigger lead in this game, 16-7. And they're going to get the ball back here as the Cougars are going to kick off and or punt from the 20-yard line here, Brian.
Yeah, that's just a sad situation, that last series of downs there, and the 2 points on the safety does take the lead 16-7. And Doug, give us a few more shout outs while we're in between plays
Absolutely.
here.
Well, here's one from, come on, Gerdine. Mom's rooting for you. Absolutely. We are all rooting for Mike Gerdine. He's having a good game so far, coming in his first start of his varsity career. He's done a lot of great things. So let's hope we can kind of correct some of those pieces from earlier and move on into the second half. Also a shout out here watching our big cousin Mikey, number 1. Another one for Mikey Gerdine from North Virginia. Go Cougars. Love Jackson and Weston. Love that. Brian, so we have viewers come checking us out from Virginia to down to Florida, over to Arizona, up to Oregon, over to Washington. Yeah, I did notice how I ended with Oregon and Washington there.
Yeah, but Missouri, you
yeah,
left
well,
that one out.
That too.
Okay, we'll finish with Missouri.
That should go without saying, right?
That's right. Richter's set to take the kickoff here. He's on the 20-yard line, and back deep is CCO and CCO. Brothers are back deep, and, boy, rightfully so. Oh! Ball goes out of bounds as they're trying to keep the ball away from the CCO brothers.
It goes out of bounds.
It's out of bounds at about the 43, 44-yard line, and they're going to have nice field position after the yards after the penalty are added to this.
Yeah, great field position there.
More shout-outs?
Yeah, we got a couple more shout-outs here from our volleyball coach here. Lutheran High School volleyball coach Rachel Versman is catching us on the big screen. It looks like in the shot they shared, they have the Cardinal game going on the bigger screen, and on just a slightly smaller screen, the Cougar football game. So thank you, Rachel. Good luck to the Cougar volleyball team. I think we have a couple of tournaments tomorrow, Brian. We have the Lutheran St. Charles Freshman Volleyball Tournament, the first home event at Lutheran High this year, and also our JV girls volleyball team will be over at St. Dominic. Been there for many years over at the St. Dominic tournament, Brian.
Very good, and I think we had our first competition today, too, that Cougars were victorious, yes?
We did. You know, if my daughter, and someone can fact-check my daughter, says the girls' golf team beat Notre Dame today in their first match and the first match of Lutheran High of the season before this football game. Wonderful.
And that one there, we're going to have a false start on the Lions, I'm going to assume here, as they had great field position to start at 1st and 10 on their Cougars' 45-yard line, and it is a false start.
You know, this is really weird. So we have now seen about 4 or 5 penalties from the Lions. Last year, I just checked it up. They had 1 penalty in our game last year.
Wow.
1 penalty last year, and now we've seen 5. And that's just uncharacteristic from a Stephen Robbins coach Lions football team.
Absolutely. It is 1st and 15 from the straight up 50-yard line. Dugard is back. He's looking to go outside. He goes to the flats, and boy, that is wide open.
Yeah, boy, there was just nobody covering the flats on that play. So here, Lions are behind the chains at 1st and 15, and now they're going to hustle up here, try to get to the line, most likely with a handoff or a quick pass is what their MO has been in these situations.
Yeah, Lopez with the fine reception, and Harris with the tackle as Kenny gets the ball. He's going to the right side, and our big defensive line just shut him down.
Yeah, boy, he didn't have much running room there, Brian.
2nd down and 9.
So you make one great play. Now, Cougars got to string together some more plays in a row on the defensive side.
Dugard takes the snap, and we have a penalty on the play, and Kenny gets about 2 yards on the play.
Boy, you know, where that penalty flag was flown, typically you're looking for holding, so let's see if the Cougars are going to be beneficiaries of a holding call here on the Lions. Still some confusion. Was there not a penalty?
And they're taking it back now.
Yep, now they are. We did have that holding penalty. So now you're going to be 2nd and long. So the Cougars got to make something happen here.
With 7:06 left before halftime, the guest Cougars are down 16-7 as the Lions are continuing to power, and they have plenty of great field position. Handoff goes to actually little keeper. Little nice fun trick play as quarterback kept the ball, and then he just dumped it out to CCO in the flats, and CCO gets about 6 yards.
That is a play that we have never seen. When I say we, the Lutheran High has never seen before, where you have a quarterback sprinting out like that and then a backward pass, or rather a forward pass to a receiver after taking that fake to the running back. We have never seen that play in the 20 years I've watched Lutheran High. So Lutheran High is going to have something they're going to have to kind of defend on a stretch play like that. Brian, we have another shout out here. Dr. Jim Chandler, good friend of mine, watching from Springfield Catholic during the Nevada game. So he's down there with his son, Talon Chandler, was a member of last year's state champion football team, watching his new team down there. His family moved down to Nevada. So appreciate you watching, Dr. Chandler, and we're pulling for Nevada as well. You got a big Nevada fan right here, and obviously all of us up here at Lutheran High. So thanks for checking the game out.
Doug, we have another injured player down, and it looks like it's another cramp or a hamstring or something. This thin air definitely will play a toll on any visitors from out of state, particularly south of Colorado.
Right? Yeah, south of 5,000 feet, right? I think if you're a Lion fan right now watching, you're saying, boy, what, these guys are faking injuries. I'll tell you right now, I almost had an injury walking up the stairs here, So the air is thin, it's different, and you just got to kind of get used to it. So definitely no faking going on. They're just both teams playing real good, hard football.
Exactly. That was our linebacker, Isaiah Rubio. He is struggling with some cramps right now, but that's okay. He'll get on to the sidelines, get some hydration, and he'll be back in the game here before we know it. Lions are back up. It's 3rd down and 10 right now. Got Dugard studying the field, and snap went over his head. This is favorable, and the Cougars get all over that. Boy, huge loss.
Big loss right there. Now you're in a position where you're still in plus territory, but you got to punt right now, and if you're the Lions, a punt's a good situation there when you have a snap over the head of your quarterback and you lose 17 yards. So Lions still have this lead, 16-7, as time is ticking down here in this first half. 6.5 remaining.
Yeah, we had McCaleb in on that last tackle, and LeGrant at the same time. So very nice. I checked that. That was actually Peyton in on it.
Oh, and another snap over his head.
And the punt goes almost to the line of scrimmage. Actually, it ended up being about 4 or so yards, and we have another flag on the field.
Kick goes out of bounds.
That is late flag.
Yeah, I didn't really see what happened there, but here's a situation where you only have a 4-yard punt there, Brian, but nevertheless, that could have been a 40-yard loss. So I can't make out the number on their punter there, but what a great athletic play for him to pick up that bad snap from the center and then punt it and still be able to gain some positive yards. Great play by the Lion punter.
Yeah, exactly. That's Smolin for the Lion punter. And, of course, the men in black and white, they are out there at the 50-yard line discussing what the flag was, and here we go.
I didn't really see anything here. Personal foul. Oh,
Personal foul against the Lions.
Against the Lions, okay.
Originally, they said it was against the Cougars, and then he changed it.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a great field position for the Cougars as they're starting out here. They'll have 1st and 10 as they move the chains.
Well, now they're marching it off against the Cougars. He said it was against the Lions. I don't quite understand.
Yeah, I'm not understanding this either.
Well, we've seen a couple interesting calls. We saw the one earlier, the phantom pass interference call. So here's another one we're just kind of have some confusion on. Obviously, they made the right call. It's the one that was made, but nevertheless some confusion because it was called against the Lions. Quick break here. A shout out from the family of Jamar Cross, his parents, grandmother, and siblings. Everyone is rooting for you. Absolutely. Thank you, Jamar and his family, watching and rooting for the Cougars here. Back in St. Louis. Let's go.
That's great, Cougars. Doug. The personal foul was after the play had ended. So put the Cougars back almost to the 26-yard line, 27-yard lines where they're starting. They ended up having probably a little altercation at the very end. So it's still our ball, Cougars ball, but not as good field position as what we thought it would be.
Well, and you'd say terrible field position, but frankly, this is some of the best field position we've had all night on the 26-yard line, which is incredible. The Lions have just owned this game so far in terms of the field position. Score is close, 16-7, but nevertheless, field position-wise, Lions have come out, had an upper hand in that situation.
Gardine takes a snap and he hands it off going up the right side and just gets met by a whole host of Lions, did Mitchell.
Yeah, boy, he just was right there, made a nice jump cut in the hole, able to gain a couple of yards there, but it's those Lion linebackers. We got to get our offensive line, get up to the second level, and be able to kind of create some more holes there for the Cougar running backs.
2nd down,
whether it's Mitchell or Harris.
Yeah, it looks like Jadon Williams was the one that actually ended up making that tackle on that. And he's been a force, too. He's been quiet, but he's been in a lot of the plays as a linebacker. He's playing outside right now. And handoff goes to Harris as he hits the hole and has nowhere to go. It's going to be 3rd down and long.
Now, once again, they're just one of those rough plays. There's just no running room in there. Those linebackers for the Lions are just flowing downhill so
Aiden
hard.
Harris on the carry. No gain, 3rd down and 9.
The Cougars here are going to be 3rd and 9 from their own, Brian, 28-yard line, 27-yard line. Again, just haven't found much running room yet.
You wonder, Doug, if they're going to try and compress that defense and continue to look in the middle, and then all of a sudden start dumping those pass plays as running plays, if you will, and try to spread it out from there and maybe get lucky and catch somebody sleeping.
Yeah, yeah.
So once again, we got Gerdine from shotgun. And we have a timeout, Lutheran
Timeout
Cougars.
called by the Cougars.
Cougars were running out of time there and had to take that timeout. Otherwise, had about 1 second for Mikey Gerdine to be able to snap that ball before it went.
Doug, why don't you give us a few more shout-outs before you get to some of the upcoming schedule that Cougars have?
Well, I'll tell you what, here we go. Josh Kennedy, a good friend, is a Cougar fan here, and obviously a Cougar parent now, is watching from Woodlands Park. So he wants to see some more trick plays. So do we. So do we. Also a shout-out from Craig Mack, Jalen's dad from Oklahoma and Fort Sill. Good luck, Cougars and Jalen. Paws up. Wow, I just love that term, paws up. Coach Harris brought that term here. Watching there from Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Also another shout out here. Go Cougars, you can do it. Love your biggest fan, Beverly Goldberg, down there in Daytona, Florida. Screaming all the way from the ATL, from Atlanta, for Mikey, the best quarterback. Aunt Brandy and Cousin Hamilton are super duper proud of you, and the rest of the Cougars, let's go. Absolutely.
Wow, we got Georgia to the list. We have Oklahoma to the list.
We're all over. Basically, we're national.
We are. That's that big national budget that Lutheran High has.
Yeah, right?
It looks like Gerdine just couldn't do anything with that whatsoever, and it's going to be fourth down and very, very long, as lost about 7 on that play.
I think he was looking for Mikey Parr down on that far sideline here, the Cougar sideline, and just kind of had about 3 seconds to throw and just couldn't quite find Mikey streaming down the side. So Mikey to Mikey, we're going to see that. We're going to see that combination many times this year, Mikey Gerdine to Mikey Parr, but not on that play there.
Yeah, Posey was the one that was able to get to the Gerdine very quickly, and he shut that play down. And right now we have fourth down, and there's no decision on this one. Looks like we're going to have to punt. Rain.
Got a couple of raindrops falling here.
And the snap is back. The punt. Wow, another good punt.
Another great punt.
Lands at about the 47 and rolls to the 46-yard line, 47-yard lines for the Lions. They're going to be starting out in good field position once again.
Yeah, Cougars did a nice job with their punt game tonight, Brian. Another couple of shout-outs right here. Oh, here we go. Tell Rubio that Dunlap says eat a banana. So that's Damon Dunlap, a state champion. Damon Dunlap graduated last year. Number 62, remember him for his 4 years at Lutheran High, and he thinks back fondly and no doubt. And always good to see him smiling in the hallways. I miss that face. Love to see him back on campus for a home game coming up.
Dugard from shotgun. He has wide receivers on both sides. Elects to hand the ball off to Kenny, who hits about the 3-hole and cuts back and makes about 3 yards.
On the carry brought down.
Well, and that was a nice
Harris.
play there to find some open space, because there wasn't much space there. Aiden Harris
8.
just shot in there and made a nice play.
Yeah, 2nd and 8 for the Lions. High snap. Dugard throws to the outside, has a receiver in CCO, and he just gets out of bounds. And they're going to have third down, 4 to go.
And here's a big play, because this clock is stopped here now. You have a 16-7 lead for the Lions. You're in plus territory. You got 2 downs to get 4 yards.
Bad snap goes over, and once again we have another flag.
What is going on with this? We've had 2 illegal procedures on terrible plays for the Lions. I just don't understand. An interception returned by Jamar Cross for a touchdown. The Lions got called for legal procedure, and here the quarterback snapped over his head, the center. I don't understand.
Doug, what do you got with some upcoming activities at Lutheran High?
Absolutely.
You have anything to share there?
Oh, excited. Boy, we mentioned that girls golf today, coming up tomorrow. I mentioned earlier the girls freshman volleyball tournament. Also the JV girls volleyball tournament at St. Dominic, and we'll go to a quick break.
Another bad snap, and there it goes over the head, and we have CCO just land on it, and it's going to be 4th and I think a state long.
Now you got to wonder here, do you take a timeout? I'm assuming the Cougars took a timeout. That's why the clock is stopped.
And they actually have the clock running. There's been no indication.
Okay, I was assuming that we had a timeout there.
So it's fourth down
and long.
A state to go.
yeah, I was going to say they got a bit to go here. So again, you got to wonder there on that previous play, an illegal procedure was called after the ball was snapped. So I don't quite understand kind of what happened there.
Can't say I saw any type of illegal motion either. Smolin is back as the punter, and the ball is a high snap, and he gets the punt off, and I think we're just trading spaces, if you will, on between the 40s.
Caleb Mays is electric with the ball. Look at him go.
Boy, that was nice.
Man, he moves well with the ball. Nice
Yes,
return by Caleb Mays. Picks up about 30 yards there on the punt.
Return by number 23, Caleb Mays.
I liked his quickness on that, Doug, and his quick cuts.
Yeah, Cougars need to do something with the ball here. Folks at home watching, we are starting to get a little bit of rain, so we're going to try to
38-yard line.
keep all of our equipment. We've got about $15,000 worth of equipment here, keeping it dry, so bear with us. We apologize if we have any technical difficulties or miss something here the next couple of plays. We're doing our best.
And the Cougars come to the line. It's 1st and 10 from the Lions' 38-yard line. We have Gerdine back in shotgun. We got trips to the near side. We have a single receiver to the far side. Nice little pass to the outside, cut to the middle. And we have a flag coming in as number 6, Michael Parr Jr., made about a 6-yard gain. We'll see what this flag's about.
Nice play by that wide screen over there, able to make some great cuts, move the ball down the field here, but unfortunately it looks like that play might be coming back.
And it was holding against the Cougars. They will be moving it back.
Folks, like we said, we're dealing with a little bit of rain here, so we're going to do our best to kind of keep it off of all of our equipment and keep this game coming to you here.
So we have 1st and 10 for the Cougars, all the way back to their own 49-yard line. Ball's going to be slick. It's going to be tough to move the ball right now. We have Gerdine from the shotgun. It gets the snap, goes to Harris. He goes right up the middle and gets stopped right away for about a 1-yard gain.
Yep. Clock's going to keep ticking here, Brian. We're down to minute 45.
Score 16-7 with a minute 45 left before the halftime. And we're looking at the radar here. Looks like we have some showers obviously moving through the area right now. But they should be short-lived.
Out of the rain, the cafeteria is open and available.
So it's 2nd and about 24 yards to go. We got a handoff up the middle. Number 19 goes to the outside, cuts to the inside, gets upended pretty quickly.
Boy, Alan Mitchell, he's electric when he gets that ball. Now it looks like the Cougars are going to be at 3rd down here. This clock keeps ticking here. 1 minute 10 seconds left, and you have 3rd and about 15 for the Cougars here.
Alan Mitchell
ball on the 43-yard line.
Ball at the 43, 3rd down and long.
3rd and long, 3rd and 15 from the 43, as Doug was just saying, and the rain just keeps coming down pretty hard right now. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that, but we have Gerdine. He's lined up in the shotgun. We have 2 running backs, one in motion right now. Caleb Mays gets a toss. He's going to the outside, tries to get there, cuts back up, and he's met big time from the Lions.
Pass number 23. Caleb Mays.
So it's 4th down and a long to go. Looks like he maybe made about a yard. It's still going to be 4th and 15. Lions ended up calling timeout on the play with 34.9 seconds left before halftime. They're going to try and get this ball back and maybe have one last shot, maybe 2 shots back if they get the ball back. See if they can try and get into the end zone.
See if they can get some time and create some space. But again, that also gives an opportunity for the Cougars to make a play on the defensive side. If you know a team's going to be passing and or doing something to move the ball down the field quickly, you kind of have some time to be able to make a good play on the defensive side as well, Brian.
Yeah, agreed. The only thing you don't want to do is get into a prevent defense and let them just hit into the flats and allow the speed of CCO, for instance, to be able to take off and elude a lot of our defenders. So little pluses, little negatives on those, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, we have a scramble to the cafeteria for a lot of the attendees here. It's still raining pretty hard, and in between these plays, the fan base has thinned out quite a bit. And the Cougars have decided to go for it. They have another stoppage in play, another timeout by the Lions.
Timeout called by the Lions.
Couldn't get it figured out first time. They're going to try it again second time.
Yeah, boy, and what you had there, Brian, I think you had the Lions kind of look at this going, boy, Cougars are going for this on 4th and 15 from the 45-yard line plus. Yeah, you're at the 45-yard line plus, so kind of Coach Harris has a lot of faith in his defense. They'd be able to make a play if he were unable to attain this first down.
Yeah, no doubt. So, Doug, tell us a little bit about Lutheran High and the mission that you guys have and the future that you have, what you're looking for.
Now, boy, I tell you, we got a lot of fun things coming up here. A great start to this school year here, Brian. You know, our 3rd year in the new building. And I think we're kind of looking now and saying, what's next? You know, what's next for Lutheran High from a strategic planning standpoint, but also just as our continued growth and kind of continue to grow our mission in St. Charles County and beyond. It's an exciting time to be a Cougar. It's an exciting time to be a Lion, too, you know, as their school has grown many people over the last year.
And the handoff goes directly to Gerdine, and he has a pass to the flats. We got Aiden Harris going all the way down. It was defended very well.
Yeah.
Tried to do a little bit of a trick play to the outside, but it's 26.8 seconds left. Cougars end up giving the ball back to the Lions. They take over on downs.
Yeah, now you just need your defense here to be able to step up and be able to, again, they're going to take a timeout here. Looks like we have a Lion down with an injury, and they're going to have this ball with this lead. They're up 9, 16-7 with 26.8 seconds left here until halftime, Brian.
So, Doug, why don't you expand a little bit more on what you have going on at Lutheran High School?
Absolutely. You know, continue growth, and I mentioned that earlier, and I think now we talked about what's next, meaning I think we have some opportunities to, grow our endowment, continue to grow our student population, and continue to just have wonderful teachers and administrators and counselors and whatnot working with those students. So we're kind of in an area of growth right now, and we're going to kind of continue to capitalize on what we have done successfully. I'll tell you what, Dr. Ernstmeyer is in his, I think, 9th year here at Lutheran High, and just have had growth every year and just a lot of great things happening. Now, and again, we haven't even talked about what we've done athletically with 4 state champions last year. So we're talking about just growing the mission, let alone we're doing great things with our sporting teams as well under the direction of our athletic director, Mr. Melvin Bethany.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Duggar takes the snap, gives it to CCO. He takes it to the outside, tries to get around the corner, couldn't do it, and they're wisely keeping the ball on the ground here as opposed to trying to throw it up into the air. It's 2nd down and 8. They have one more shot as the time's running down under 10 seconds. They need to get this play off pretty quickly, and they're just going to decide not to do another play. And we're going to go to halftime with the Lions leading the Cougars 16-7.
Boys, was a good first half. I think there's a lot of things there. If you're a Cougar fan, you're looking at this saying, hey, we're trailing this game by 9, but boy, oh boy, a lot of mistakes on the Cougar side. So, and just not being able to move the ball a whole heck of a lot on the offensive side. Kind of going back to halftime here, make a lot of these adjustments and be able to come back strong with that second half. Folks, we're supposed to have some interviews for you here. We're going to do our best to bring you those, but please bear with us because the rain's coming down pretty good. So we're probably going to have to go on a quick pause here before we come back to the second half. We'll see you soon, folks. Brent, are we okay or should we stop?
No, we're good.
Actually, you're not getting anything wet underneath here?
No.
Is he okay keep streaming up there? Should we do
and gentlemen, no one is allowed on the field right now. Ladies and gentlemen, no one is allowed on the field right now. Please exit the field. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. All right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah. I can hear you, but you can't hear me. I can hear you, but you can't hear me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hello? Yeah, I'm good. No, I'm all right. I don't think so. Everything seems like it's all right. Yep. All right. Yep. Cool. Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Hey.
Staying dry now? Mics are still on, too.
Pretty much.
No, you got the mics on.
Yeah, if he wants to, yeah.
Well, folks, we're back getting ready for this second half. Colorado second half kickoff here from Cougars, Colorado, where the Lutheran High School Lions here. Lions lead this game. 16-7 here at halftime. 16-7 here at halftime. Bring you some of those. We apologize. We were unable to bring you some of those interviews and opportunities to talk with both some staff here from the Lions as well as from the Cougars and some of our alumni, also from Lutheran High School. The rain came tumbling down, but we are still here. Rain came tumbling down. Haven't ruined any of the $15,000 equipment we have, Brian.
I think we're fine in that regard. And
let's go.
We did get to talk a little bit at halftime. I went up to the scorer's table and was able to talk to Mr. Lazel, young Mr. Lazel. And we just had a good conversation, so that was all good, and along with the athletic director and all good stuff. Actually, the executive director. Boy, they got a nice little kickoff return here. He's going all the way up to the 47-yard line. Once again, Lions are going to start with great field position here, Doug.
I think the Cougars there just thought he was left or thought he was out of bounds back in about the 27, 28-yard line, and all of a sudden he just kept going. So kind of lack of focus and discipline there from the Cougars. They're going to need to pick that up here in this second half and get ready.
I would agree. And, boy, they had a nice little block as he cut back on that one, laid one of our guys out on his back, and was able to pick up about 6 or 7 more yards. Right now it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Cougars' 49-yard line. The Lions are starting out, and we're going to have some extra fun trying to keep a drive football tonight.
Yeah, drive football here, and they're starting from the Cougars' 49-yard line after a great kick return.
And Duger comes up and he gets the handoff to CCO. He cuts back. He's found some room, still going, and he gets out of bounds. Looks pretty close to the first down.
Boy, and the amazing thing there is he was caught in the backfield and somehow slithered out of there, made a nice play, had 2 Cougars right there, right after him. Wonderful run by CCO.
Absolutely. Harris with the tackle on that, and he took out a coach at the same time as they were flying out of bounds.
Yeah. Got to back that up. If you're a coach or you're a player who's not in the game, make sure you're backing out.
Yeah, it looks like we had an equipment time out there. They had to change players here and go and get some equipment fixed as it's 2nd and short, 2nd and about half of a yard. And Dugard gets the snap, hands it off, and he picks up the first down.
Yeah, nice tackle there by Errol. He did a nice job there. And we have a few shout-outs here we're going to need to get to. We apologize we couldn't get to when it started storming, and just had one of those mountain thunderstorms here a little bit ago, and it's still coming down a little bit pretty heavy, Brian.
Yeah, it is, as Kenny got the handoff, and he gets it again, and he goes to the left side, doesn't see anything, cuts back, and he got about back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, got maybe picked up a half a yard there. Much better defense to start this second half outside of that first play over to CCO. Cougars need to make a defensive stand here, we need to have the Lions shoot themselves in the foot with a bad snap over the quarterback's head again.
Well, they've done that about 4 times already. 2 of them in our favor. The other 2 were called back as a little pass to the outside, and they pick up another first down.
Yeah, boy, and just continue just to eat up the edge there for the Cougars, doing a nice job. It's just a screen pass. It's a bubble pass.
Aiden Harris.
You know, Dugar's just taking the ball and just playing pitch and catch right on the outside, and the Cougars don't have an answer for that so far. Cougars are going to need to come up with something where they're going to keep running that play over and over again. Are going to be the beneficiary of a holding penalty there on the Lions. Looked like we had a hold on, I think Michael Parr was being held there on that block downfield on the bubble pass.
Yeah, Sam Whistler was the receiver on that bubble pass, and now the Lions are backed up, 2nd and 9. Duger gets the ball. He's looking to the outside. Same little bubble pass.
Oh, interception.
Looks like we intercepted it.
By number 11. Interception by the Cougars.
Was he out of bounds?
No, he was in bounds. He was absolutely in bounds. Yep.
First down Cougars.
Well, see, there you go. Defensive coordinator Melvin Bethany came up with a little bit different flavor there because they kept killing us on that quick pass, slanted that linebacker out there and brought that safety down as well and just said, hey, we're gonna stop this pass. Obviously, the Lions are going to have, Coach Robinson and the Lions are going to have something to kind of counter that play, but nevertheless, great defensive play for the Cougars, which is exactly what they needed, trailing in this game 16-7 early in the second half, Brian.
Yeah, Jackson Bethany with the interception, much needed. He came and went to the ball quickly and attacked, and it was nice. Ball's bouncing around a little bit. He was able to get up in the air and get it, and here we are, 1st and 10 Cougars. They're starting out. Good field position actually for them this game, 36-yard line. We got 2 wide receivers on the far side, got a single wide receiver on the near side as Gerdine is in the shotgun. He's looking over the play. The ball comes out. Got a handoff, a little cutback track going, and we're going to the races.
To the house. Touchdown! Alan Mitchell with the misdirection counter play, and that's exactly what the Cougars need, coming up with a huge interception from Bethany now to set the Cougars up to have first down from their own 41-yard line. And here you have Alan Mitchell going 60 yards, basically untouched for the touchdown, Brian.
I tell you what, he got the handoff, and he cut hard and scampered 64 yards all the way to the end zone. I love it when we get the call, take it to the house.
Absolutely. Especially when it's our team.
That's exactly right.
We love seeing all kids perform well. I mean, CCO has a couple takes taken to the house, but we'd rather see the Cougars taking those to the house. Now you have Nick Richter on. Check that. Looks like we're going for 2, Brian.
It does look like we're going for 2.
Cougars trailed this game 16-13, so Coach Harris going to roll the dice here and try to punch one in to cut this to a 1-point. Nope.
Actually, we're going to kick.
Check that. See, I think I would like Richter to be in this situation because he's automatic.
He is. Problem is that we have too much time going here. We could very easily have a delayed game if they don't get the snap off.
There's 2, 3, 4.
Boom.
Yep, 1 second to go.
And the kick was up, and it looks like it was wide left.
Boy, wide left. Well, I think that was interesting. We kind of looked like we were going for two there, and had to rush Richter on there. So
yeah, I agree. Want to give us some shout-outs, buddy?
Absolutely. Here's one from a Cougar parent, former Cougar parent, two alumni. Both Christopher Sharon and Brendan Sharon played for the Cougars. Pat Sharon is enjoying the game in his basement, and he's holding up an Old Hickory glass.
Oh,
Old Hickory. We love Old Hickory. Great golf club there in St. Charles County. Appreciate Pat catching up and watching. Also, another shout out here from Jesse Boyer. We have missed watching our Cougars play. The Boyers are checking in from Houston, Texas. Yeah, boy, I'll tell you what, Dylan and his family moved down here and now playing for, I believe, the Pearland Oilers. So the Boyers just relocated down to Houston here a couple of months ago. So we'll be rooting on. I didn't even know where Pearland was. Now I do.
There you go.
Now I do, the Pearland Oilers. So they have missed hearing our announcing, "Let's go Cougars." Absolutely. Thanks, Jesse and family, for tuning in.
You know, the Oilers name may have given it away where they would be located.
Texas? Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Right? No doubt.
Richter is ready to kick off from the 40-yard line, puts the ball up. He does have a really nice boot.
Boy, he does.
Goes all the way down to the 15-yard line on the receiving side, and he's going right up the middle. CCO made it all the way back to the 37-yard line. The Lions will start first and 10.
Yeah, nice tackle there by Michi. He did a nice job kind of following that play as that safety valve and made a nice sure tackle here. You know, Cougars, frankly, Brian, have been outplayed this game, and yet trail now 16-13. You're down 3 after all the penalties and kind of situations that have not gone your way, and the Lions have done just a great job this game to come back and only be down 3 here middle of this third quarter. If I'm a Cougar fan, I'm feeling pretty good about things right now.
I would agree. The momentum shifts, and you can see that happen in a lot of ways, particularly last year in the championship game. We had a few interceptions, and that just changed the whole trajectory of the ball game. And, boy, we got a cutback trap going right up the middle, and, man, big gain for the Lions.
Boy, I don't think the Cougars even saw the fact that Duger handed that ball off, and Sawyer just took that ball up there for a untouched about 30 yards.
Yeah, Sawyer Wald is just, he hammered it, and he's in the backfield again. Dugard went back, tried to make a play to the outside with the pass, but he got smothered pretty quickly. And once again, we got another cramp on the field.
Yeah, we hate seeing these cramps from these Cougars here, and you know we do have one of our fans who shouted out here and said, all these cramps, I think we need a sponsorship from Gatorade. Well, you are talking to the right person, because that is my responsibility to lock in those sponsorships. So thank you very much. We were going to get to work on that right away. And I think it's going to have to be G0. I'll tell you what, I love that Zero Gatorade. I just gave a plug for Gatorade, and they didn't give us anything.
No, they didn't. Man. I'm going to take a sip for Gatorade right now.
We're going to rectify that. Another shout out here, and we're going to get to all these. Thanks for your patience here. A shout out to Michael Parr from his family, mom, dad, and brother back in the STL watching. Go Cougars. You know, I had an opportunity to shake Michael Parr's dad's hand here last week at the scrimmage, and you know he and Mikey and Michael himself wearing that state championship ring. I tell you, I love seeing those on the kids' hands as they wear those up and down the hallway. And I know that was last year, and you know last year is last year, and it's a great memory, but I think this team is pretty special and has some opportunities, and we'll talk about this down the road here, Brian, about kind of where they've been placed in Class 3, District 3, and kind of who they're going to have to challenge them for a district title here coming down in about 2.5 months from now.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, they were Class 2 champions last year. They got bumped up to 3 this year. We'll talk about who's in their district. Have the opportunity to be able to make some noise in the district. Once again, we had Sawyer go right up the middle, and he's all the way down to about 3 yards shy of a first down. So it'll be third and actually 1 yard to go. He gets a handoff again, and he's just pounding away right now. Looks like they're giving a break to the CCOs.
Yeah, CCO's hasn't done much here after that jet sweep earlier, Brian.
Yeah, I would agree. Him. So at the time, Dugard is looking around, trying to figure out what next play is. You got Sawyer Wald in the background. You got 2 wide receivers near side. You have a receiver on the far side. Once again, handoff right up the middle. Boy, great defense.
Nice play there. And guess who? Number 3,
Mr.
Aiden Harris. Nice play.
Carry brought down by number 3, Aiden Harris.
So for a yard loss, it's 2nd and 11, and no huddle offense. So the Lions are right back at it, and we have a whistle and a play.
Do we have
we have another person down with a cramp.
Boy, there we go. Need for Gatorade. Well, that gives us a chance to go to a couple more shout-outs here. Shout-out here from Kathy Versman. She said the LHS soccer players are cheering here back in St. Charles. You know, I think we talked earlier here, Cougars, and I don't have my notes in front of me because it is pouring down rain, so I can't see. But we're doing a bit of fact check here on when the soccer players' first game here. I want to say it's this coming weekend in the Zumwalt tournament. So new coach coming off a state championship. So we can say the defending state champions. Cougar soccer program looking to make some more noise. And I'll tell you what, they were such a fun team to watch last year. You know, kind of started that season playing a lot of those Class 4 teams, and that really enabled them to be hitting on all cylinders come the state champion or come the championship round, getting into past districts, winning the district championship and penalty kicks against Borgia, going on to state championship and eventually beating St. Pius in the championship game. So good job to our Cougar soccer players.
So it's 2nd and 11 right now as the Lions are trying to send a play in right now. They're analyzing the Cougars' defense as they have 3 linebackers. Got a man in motion right now, and the defensive shifts, and a nice little touch pass to the outside, and CCO gets it, and he gets it pretty close to the first down. I think it's going to be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, boy, nice play there. You know, sprint out there from Duger and just kind of pitch and catch on a quick little hitch route over to CCO, wide open in the flats.
So 3rd and 2 actually, and a handoff goes to Wald up the middle, and he has nowhere to go.
I don't think he made it. I think it's going to be 4th and 1 here. It's a big play. Big play here for both teams. Cougars trail this game 16-13, middle of this third quarter rather, and you have 4th and 2.
Agreed, and the Lions stay out on the field, rightfully so. It'd be tough to make this field goal, at least attempt it. And on the defensive side, the white visiting uniforms are standing out a lot better than what they had in years past. You can read the numbers a little bit better.
Nice, yeah, exactly.
Almost a bad snap. There we go.
Cougars,
that's what we needed.
Cougars needed that play defensively.
Nice play.
Nice
we had
play.
Isaiah Rubio leading the charge on when they took the handoff. Rubio busted right through and was able to tackle Wald for loss. And, you know, Cougars going to be starting because they took over on downs.
Yeah, took over on down. You know, I hate to say this, I don't like pointing out kids and the flaws and kind of the things like that, but boy, that's about the 7th bad snap. I don't know if it's been the same Lions center or not, but good job by the defensive tackle and nose guard of the Cougars. Just kind of tell you what, if you got a big 300-pound guy coming right at you every snap, I'd be kind of like every time I'm snapping the ball too. So rough.
Very good. With 8:01 left in the 3rd quarter, it's 16-13. Lions are beating the Cougars right now. I wonder if there's any Tigers out there. Oh my!
I caught that.
Thanks.
I got that. Yeah. And interestingly enough, Cougars have a chance to take the lead with a touchdown on here.
And we're
gonna have delay game. And boy, what a way! You make a great defensive stand, and for some reason, Cougars just come out and are disorganized, and we can't have that.
I totally agree. You know, a well-disciplined team. It is the first game of the year, and I think the jitters are out right now. They shouldn't be around anymore. But, boy, you got to be smart playing a football. You got to play a hard 4 quarters, be smart about what you're doing, and allow your athletes just to perform.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's that.
It's like Williams went to the outside, and he's battling hard. I think he got half a yard, but ran 47 yards to get half a yard.
Yeah, they ran that same play that Alan Mitchell scored a touchdown on earlier to the right side, ran it over to the left side, and he got a little space there, but a lot of those jump cuts and a lot of good moves. He was slippery. He was tough to tackle, but eventually about the 6th guy got to him. So good effort there by Alan Mitchell.
Short gain, 2nd down and 14.
So we have the Cougars lined up. You have Mitchell offset in the backfield, and you have Harris right behind the center almost, and there's Gerdine as we have one in motion. He takes the direct snap, and Harris gets the ball going right up the middle, and he gets to about 6 yards. Nice little run.
Yeah, he gets about 6 yards and just puts his head down and said, enough of this trying to find the hole. I'm going to make my hole. So now you're setting the Cougars up. And, and tell you what, Brian, without that first down, or rather without that delay game on first down, Cougars are going to be at 3rd and 2, or rather 3rd and about 4. So they're at 3rd
down
9 here, or 3rd and 8. So 3rd and 3 versus 3rd and 8. Which one would you want?
I know what I want.
Right? Can't have those mistakes.
No, you can't. But this is where men become football players right here. Gardine's underneath center. He's going to take the snap, hands it off, actually goes back. Nothing there. Nothing there.
Oh, he's still going.
Ball's still going. Ball must have been out.
As you say, what quite happened here?
There was a gaggle of players in the middle of the football field here, so looks like it's going to be fourth down yet.
Heck of a
We're
scrum.
going to have 4th and 2, which, boy, that's actually pretty nice for the Cougars.
Yeah, boy, the
Fourth
ball, they
down.
just kept chugging their legs there,
And short.
and that pushed the pile there. Now you're going to have 4th down. Big play. Big gamble here from Coach Harris on your own 38-yard line.
On both sides of the ball, it's a big play.
And you're going to have a timeout from the Lions here.
Actually, the
Timeout.
Cougars got
Check that.
timeout.
Cougars.
How about some more shout-outs, some more pictures, some more, hey, what's
Absolutely.
going on?
Oh, fact check here. Yes, so I was correct. The Cougar defending state champion soccer team do open up tomorrow, and I believe that is the Zoom Malt tournament. That'll then continue on into next week. Also, a shout out here. Shout out to my boy, Coach Drew. Go Cougars from Ryan and Gerald. Absolutely, Coach Drew Swihard here, and I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. Let's hope. Fact check me if I'm not. Is came on board the Cougar coaching staff here a couple years ago and coaching our offensive line. Thank you very much. Also here, oh boy, this is a nice view here we're getting from Matt Burke. We were going to interview Matt Burke. Matt is a Lutheran Cougar alumni. Flew into town here with a couple of his buddies, with Andy Luke and Nathan Dorr, to visit another Cougar alumni, Daniel Travis, who lives here in the Parker area, and the rain scared him off. They went home. So,
You know,
yeah, no.
I have to
nevertheless.
beg the question, would they play golf in the rain, or would they stay at home watching the Cougars on TV
Right.
when it rains?
Yeah, they're probably at home enjoying things.
Cougars actually going to punt, and they were looking to maybe try and do a little trick play, but not a bad punt. Goes down to about the 30-yard line once it finally comes to a stop. And the Lions will be taken over from the 31-yard line.
Punt down at the 31-yard line, first down and 10 for the Lions.
And we have another shout out here, Doug.
Well,
we
got
get
a lot of
good
these.
ones.
I love this. Again, give us a shout up here in the booth, 314-497-3014. As you can tell, it is raining, so we're going to do our best to get to all these. But let's go, Keela Grant, Cougar number 17. Pause up, grandson, do your dance. We all love you from your Washington, D.C. family. Another location. I love it. Love it. Thank you. And I love watching Keelan Grant's made some nice plays on special teams and on the defensive side here so far, Brian.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Lions, as they line up, have trips to the far side. Single receiver on the near side with Wald in the backfield. Dugar takes the snap. He's going to the outside. Airs it out over the top to CCO.
Oh, did he catch that? I think he
did catch it, and he was inbounds.
And look at Dugar got hit hard again. Also, somebody just picked up a flag here. We'll kind of see what happened.
Yeah, I think one of the Cougar players was John with the ref, so
Yeah, might have said something there.
that doesn't help at all.
It certainly doesn't, but I think there's some frustration about these illegal procedures, whereas if it's a legal procedure, you can't wait, you can't call it before or after the ball is snapped. That's rough.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of those situations, too, and we've learned this when our kids have, gone to play basketball in Indiana. Our girls basketball team went there last year, and, Indiana officiating is different than Missouri. I think there's also some situations where Colorado officiating, not a bad thing, not a good thing, just a thing, is different than Missouri.
False start on the Lions.
Yeah, I would
Also
agree.
unsportsmanlike conduct on the Cougars.
So we had 2 penalties on that play, but it actually ended up being in favor of the Lions as the unsportsmanlike conduct overtook the lesser of the penalties from the Lions side. And it's going to be second and almost 9.5 yards as the Lions are once again lining up. You got Dugard in the backfield in the shotgun position. The snap is coming. They hand it off once again to Wald, and he just cuts back, and he's got open space.
Boy, there was plenty of room there, and you got to wonder where the linebackers were on that. They kind of came on in there. And
Lions.
the Lions are doing a nice job picking apart sometimes on these running plays. It's been feast or famine for the Lions.
Yeah, it has been. And pass to the outside, nice little quick hitch, and picked up about 2-3 yards did the Lions. And it looks like we ended up having number 11, Jay Sorensen, with that reception. We have another Cougar down. Looks like another cramp is actually happening. And I tell you what, this This thin air up here is real, and it's tough to be able to maintain, and you're going to be sore and you're going to be out of breath if you're not used to it. And I think our kids are experiencing some of that right now.
Oh, absolutely. I think we wondered how, Parker Lutheran, how the Lions were going to be impacted last year by all the humidity. It was incredibly humid the night that we played last year on August 27th of 2021, and thought it might get to the Lions, and it didn't.
No.
Lions won that game 35-14 and outplayed the Cougars. On the flip side, I think the Cougars losing that opening game of the season, then went on to win 11 of their next 12 games. Potentially, you could say preempted them winning that state championship, dealing with some adversity early in the season.
Yeah, I would agree with you. As the injured player was Isaiah Rubio. He continues to hobble off the field a little bit. And it's going to be 2nd down and 6 as play resumes here with 4:44 left in the third quarter, with the home team Lions beating the guest Lutheran High Cougars 16-13.
Yeah, it's been a real even third quarter here after the Lions kind of winning the first and second quarter. Even with some of those great plays the Cougars made, the Lions had kind of been getting the best of the Cougars, Brian.
I agree. You've got a single back in the backfield and Wald, and you have Duggar from the shotgun. Once again, you have the 3 receivers to our side and the single to the opposite side, and Duggard's looking to throw again. He's looking for the end zone. He throws it up into the corner, and
boy!
That would have been a touchdown.
Easy touchdown there.
CCO was wide open, and the ball just bounced off his hands. Thankfully for a slick football that time.
I don't think he was looking for that ball.
4th down and 6.
Boy, Cougars got away with one there, so now you're at 4th and 6.
And they line up in the exact same formation. They probably have about 5 or 6 plays off this formation.
Right.
And you could flip the field and say they have another 5 or 6 plays on the other side.
3rd down and 6.
So it's 3rd and 6 right now. Duggar takes the snap, hands it off to Wald, who goes off tackle, and he got stopped pretty hard right there. Maybe gained a yard. Good defensive play for the Cougars.
Yeah, it was a nice play. I think it was Keelan LeGrant on that play, and bear with us because we did lose our spotter because of the raining, but nope. Yeah, that was Keelan LeGrant.
Yeah, Harris was in on that tackle as well. As it's 4th down, 6 to go. And the Lions are still going to use that same formation. Be interesting to see what they call here.
Need a good pass rush here. It's going to be a passing play. It's a matter of where to.
My guess is far side.
Yep.
And he's looking that way.
Snap
Bad
again.
snap goes up.
My goodness.
Cougars going to take over on downs. This is nice. Cougars.
Oh, boy. Cougars.
Good momentum.
That's 2 times, Brian, on 4th down. We've had a bad snap from the center to the quarterback. Boy, that's
Turnover
rough
on
for the
downs,
Lions.
1st down and 10 for the Cougars.
Couple more shout-outs for us, Doug.
Absolutely. Here we go. We want Mikey Gerdine, your biggest fan. We want to see a touchdown pass. Your little brother, Ollie. So thank you very much. I would like to see a Mikey Gerdine touchdown pass too there, Brian.
That would be nice. Or a scamper for 70 yards on this play.
Another shout out here, Brian. Cougar mom here. Mrs. McLean took pictures for many years. Miss seeing my number 20, Aiden. Yes, Aiden McLean, a great player for the Cougars here. Still love watching the Cougars, and she ends it with champs for life. Absolutely. Just love that statement Coach Harris has brought out. Just kind of, it's more than football. Whether it's faith, family, it's more important than just that football piece.
Gerdine goes to the outside. A nice little pass to the outside. We got one guy going, and he gets brought down from the side, but we picked up about 40 yards.
Absolutely. Well, there we go. I wondered if Mikey Parr was going to be able to take that one all the way to the end zone. He just made it. Mikey Gerdine made a nice throw out to Michael Parr, and he's slippery, man. He just kind of got up there and was able to explode using that track speed that Mikey Parr does have.
Yeah, and he's down. He took a pretty vicious hit there, and medical staff's coming over to take a look at him as well, as CCO actually had a pretty good hit on him.
Yeah, let's hope Michael is able to pop up here. Been hard hitting on both sides. And I'll tell you, I think the kid who's been hit the hardest is Duggard.
I would agree with you.
I mean, he has just been getting lit up by those two. Well, a lot of the kids from the Cougars on some of his passes. Now you got Michael Gerdine. He's walking off under his own power, and that's what you want to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a good thing. He's an explosive athlete. One had some injuries beginning of the season last year, was able to come back, and was an all-state performer for the state championship Cougars.
Mr. Parr, I think he plays above par.
There you go. The puns just come from out of your mouth, don't they?
That they do.
Another shout out here before we get into this next down is Go Cougars from the Probst family.
Yeah, thank you, Probst family,
Absolutely.
as the Cougars are taking over 1st and 10 here from the 47-yard line. Be nice to see a good drive coming up here. As take the handoff, Gerdine gives it, and oh boy, hard running all the way. Maybe got a yard, maybe 2 yards.
I mean, I haven't heard a whistle yet. I mean, it's like, guys, blow a whistle, or the ball's going to keep going there. You get a scrum.
Yeah, exactly.
So you got
Mitchell
about
was the ball carrier on that, and I think the whole defense was the
They were all,
ones
they
who
were
made
all
the
on it,
tackles.
right?
Yeah.
What do you call a whole bunch of lions? Is it pride?
A pride.
There you go. I think I learned that from watching Lion King.
Yes.
I can thank my daughters for that one.
I learned that from one of our spotters from last year.
Good to have good people around you so you don't say something you're not supposed to, right?
That's exactly right. 2nd down and 9 for the Cougars. We're looking over the defense right now, and Gerdine is in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap here as we have a young man in motion. And the handoff goes to Harris. He hits the hole up middle, bounces it out to the outside, breaking tackles. He's got the 1st down all the way to the 40-yard line. Nice run.
Boy, for a big guy, he's got great balance, Aiden does, and he's able to move well and was able to matriculate that ball down the field. This is about Cougars haven't strung together a couple of first downs since about the first quarter here. So this kind of went quiet there on the offense, and now Mikey Gerdine has the Cougars on the march, Brian.
That he does. We have 2:35 left in the 3rd quarter here, and the Cougars are marching. That's awesome to be able to see. It's nice to see some of the different plays are coming from different players as well, because that just means you can strike at any given time in any kind of formation, such as this one. We have trips to the near side. Gerdine is floating out to the right. He's looking back left. He throws it across the middle.
Oh.
Dangerous pass. Mitchell makes the reception all the way down to about the 30-yard line. It's going to be very close to a 1st down.
Yeah, boy, dangerous pass, but I think he saw Allen there, and boy, I tell you what, he put it right on the money. You know, you don't like throwing against your body there, but I saw Brett Favre do it for many, many years, and he's a Hall of Famer.
Yes,
you know? So
he
you tell you
is.
what, you can throw against your body like that, and Mikey Gerdine did just that. Put it right on the money to Allen Mitchell, Brian.
Yeah, and he's cramped up again, and more water, more Gatorade. We'll do that. Hopefully he can get that cramp out of him as we go to more shout-outs.
Well, here's one from somebody that you may or may not know, Brian. I believe your daughter, Paige. Shout out to the excellent announcers. She's talking about you. The excellent announcer. No, she does say announcers. Phil Zarker watching an NFL game.
Oh,
we did
wow.
have somebody text earlier, and I wasn't going to say this. They thought you were better than Joe Buck.
Oh, you know what? I'll take that one. I'll take that in a heartbeat.
All right. I think Joe Buck's pretty darn good. So if he's, and people can disagree with me all they want, but I like him.
I like
watching
Jack
him.
Buck a lot.
I said Joe. I don't know
I
about
like Jack Buck a lot. And Paige, thank you very much,
I got what you're saying.
my sweet pea. I love that you're. We get to have a nice little shout out to you, and thanks for tuning in, honey. I love you lots.
Clock's going to be running here. Cougars now continue to trail this game 16-13. 2nd and short. And that snap is not going to go anywhere. We're going to be down 3rd and short now. Cougars need to pick up this 1st down in order to continue this drive. They've already had 2 or 3 first downs on this drive after that great first pass from Mikey Gerdine over to Michael Parr. Haven't seen Michael Parr come back into the game yet. Nope, check that. He has come back into the game. So after he did take that screen pass earlier, now we're 3rd and short. Looks like Coach Harris has the heavy package coming in. Michael Gerdine gets the signal from the sideline. He'll put the Cougars to march here with 3rd and 1, Brian.
Exactly, 3rd and short with 1:04 left in the 3rd quarter. And power football right here, right up the middle, bouncing out to the outside. Picks up the 1st down, Jalen Mack.
Boy, nice run by number 20, Jalen Mack.
on the carry. 1st down, Cougars.
And CCO was in on the tackle.
You could about say that every time. CCO's been all over the place offensively, defensively, and on special teams for the Lions. Now, again, there's the 3rd first down of this drive, and Mikey Gerdine has him on the march. Continues to have him on the march, Brian.
That he does. I want to go back to CCO. Really like the way he plays.
I do, too.
He's tough-nosed, he's fast, he's smart, he's athletic, and he plays the game and doesn't cause much controversy at all.
Now here you're going to have what you had in that situation there. You had 2 running backs in motion at the same time. You had Aiden Harris kind of shuffling out.
False start on the
Here's
Cougars.
one of these things
Backs
would
them
have
up
been
5
kind of the
yards.
Achilles
1st
heel
down
for the
and
Cougars this
15.
game at least, is these first down penalties. So instead of 1st and 10, as you're moving the ball down the field, now you're back at 1st and 15. Just, again, both teams have had situations where they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot, whether it's the bad snaps for the Lions or the penalties for the Cougars. Those are things you just cannot have if you want to be a championship football team.
I would agree with you, and that stuff is going to be cleaned up. There's no doubt in my mind, not only on the Cougars side, but on the Lions side as well. As we have a single receiver near side, trips on the far side. Gerdine from the shotgun. He takes the ball, looking left, nice little screen pass, goes to the outside, breaks a few tackles, and picks up about 3 yards.
Boy, it looks like that play will take us down to the fourth quarter here, Brian. So now we're going to hit that fourth quarter. And as we go to that fourth quarter, we're going to go ahead and hear from our sponsors. We're going to have our gold sponsors and our silver sponsors and our bronze sponsors up there. We'll be back with you momentarily, folks.
High School Lions 16, the Lutheran Cougars 13. It's now time for some more Lutheran trivia. Some more little-known facts about Lutheran High School in St. Charles. There's actually someone on staff at Lutheran High School in Parker that graduated from Lutheran High School in St. Charles back in 2004. I'll give you a little bit of time to think about it. The answer is the announcer. He went to Lutheran High School in St. Charles. That's me. So I graduated from Lutheran St. Charles in 2004. So it's fun to see this tonight. My employer playing my alma mater. So, thanks.
And Doug, his play is coming back to resume here in the fourth quarter, playing the hard four. We have some more shout-outs we'd like to be able to recognize as well.
Go big man Keelan, number 17. Go Cougars from mom and sister. Absolutely. Also keep doing what you do, Michael Parr from your little brother. Love that. Number 58, go Cougars. State champ team was down at half too. Yes, we were. Great point.
2nd and 14.
Here we go.
Nice little scramble.
Now, see, there's an interesting thing. You know, in high school football there, Michael Gerdine is going down, gives himself up, yet in high school you can still hit him, on the carry, which is interesting. Whereas in the NFL, that's a flag right there.
That would be a flag. Yeah. Seems like a bit of an oxymoron right there that in high school would be legal and not legal in the NFL. It just seems strange.
Nevertheless, you know, he's able to pick up their 5 yards. Again, you got that first down penalty. Hopefully that's not a drive killer here as we now 3rd and 11, Brian.
3rd and 11. Once again, we have Gerdine in the backfield from shotgun. As the Lions are switching up their defense, Gerdine's looking to the outside. We got a flag on the play. He's scrambling. He's directing traffic, going deep to the end zone. He's going to overthrow him.
Looks like we have a flag here, too. You got to wonder if this is going to be an illegal shift. No, it's going to be a false start. Well, then I wonder why the play wasn't blown dead. Because they have been blowing that illegal procedure dead.
There's a flag on the play.
That's kind of interesting. Which is not a dead ball, but they have blown it dead a few times for the Lions. So that's an interesting call from the officials. Now you're going to be 4th down here, Brian, for these Cougars. And this is an interesting play call here. They've had 3 first downs on this drive and been able to move the ball pretty well.
Illegal formation on the Cougars.
Now they're in a position here, if they want to put the ball in the end zone here and take the lead, they're going to need to convert on a 4th and 11.
I agree. We have to have something special here. Momentum's actually stopped on this drive completely until this play. We'll see what happens. We got some good choices for our weapons right across the middle.
Got him.
Boom! Nice play.
Man, what a throw from Mikey Gerdine, and what a catch from Michael Parr.
I tell you what, Michael Parr was awesome right there. Just cut across the middle, and Gerdine ended up putting it right on the money. And Sam Whistler there for the tackle. That was a saving touchdown tackle, actually. And here we go. We are first down from the 7-yard line. We'll take it.
Cougars need to punch this one in. And as we just met, Mikey Gerdine made a nice play. We have another shout-out. Go Cougars. Great job by my son, Coach Mike Gerdine, and my grandson, Mikey Gerdine, from Michael Gerdine.
Wow.
So Michael, Mike, and Mikey. We got a good connection there with the Gerdines.
That would be generations. Love it. Split backfield. Gardine's looking, hands it off to Harris. He goes to the
Touchdown.
outside, cuts it back. Touchdown, Cougars!
And the Cougars take the lead, Brian, as this fourth quarter just beginning.
Number 3, Aiden Harris.
That
on
is
carry.
flat out awesome.
Boy, I tell you what, I love that blocking by the right side of the line. You pulled the backside guard, and he just kind of went up there in the hole. And I wish we could get those numbers for you here, but we lost our spotter. So shout out to the offensive line on that play to be able to open up that hole. Now the Cougars have this 19-16 lead. And we'll see what they do here. Looks like we're going to send out, I think we're going for 2 here, it looks like.
Yeah, we have Gardine going out. He's making the play calls right now, and it's 19-16 Cougars. Going to go for 2 and see what happens here. We spread offense right here.
Push this lead to 5.
Comes the snap. Gardine's looking to the outside. Has wide. Bounced off. Looks like it was defended very, very nicely.
Gardine's pass intended for number 23.
Nice toss there to Caleb Mays, and just incomplete by a great defensive play.
Yeah, Dylan Griffin was the defender on that as it bounced off Mays' hands. And 2-point conversion is no good. It's 19-16 Cougars. More shout-outs. Man, I love this.
Absolutely, I do too. You know, here we go. Let's go Cougars from Nana Mack. So the grandmother here of Jalen Mack. Also another quick shout out. Florida is still rooting hard for the Gators. Let's go with 4 exclamation points. I love it. Absolutely love seeing fans from all over the country literally rooting for these Cougars. Another one here. Go Rob White and the Cougars. Nana and Papa from St. Louis. Boy, just got a lot of people from St. Louis. And, you know, the St. Louis region we'll call it. St. Louis, St. Charles, O'Fallon, Lake St. Louis, what have you, rooting on these Cougars here. St. Charles, St. Louis, Francis County, all over the area, yeah?
St. Louis metropolitan area. And I think we should not stop believing. Just don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing. You can hear that sound in the background, folks. It's a good night for football. You know, lost about half the fans here. Had well over, I'm going to say about 1,500 people here tonight. Lost quite a few people with the rain, so we've been trickling them back in, but things are pretty wet here. Still have slight drizzle, but it's been a fun environment for this Friday night football game out here in Parker, Colorado, Brian.
Totally agree with that, and you know it's fun to see that we traveled well this game, and great experience not only for the kids, but also for the parents. And the staff at Lutheran High. We had several staff from Lutheran High come. We had Glenn Menken make the trip. Of course, he did a little bit of shadowing Parker's high school and getting some good tips to maybe take some of that back and see what they could do at Lutheran High is have a nice little kickoff return here. And boy, man,
I'll tell you what,
Chase Sorensen just took a beating on that one.
Chase Sorensen on the return, brought down by number 50.
Looked like Joe Roach.
I'll tell you, Joe Roach just put his arm out there,
Lions.
armbarred him, and just said, "You're not going to block me off my spot." He stayed in his lane and made a nice play. It's been fun watching Joe Roach, what he's done. Also on track, you know, kind of got to see him a little bit last year on the track team and as one of our throwers, and now doing some great stuff here on the football field. A lot of multi-sport athletes for these Cougars, which I'm assuming there's a lot of multi-sport athletes for the Lions as well, Brian.
Yeah, I have a really good friend of mine by the name of Doug who always said that if you get involved in high school, your grades are going to be better.
Yeah, that's you've used the word par for the course. That is par for the course. Absolutely. Grades are always better when you're involved in activities, whether it's a sport or an activity. Lutheran High is no different.
There you go. Got passed to the outside. Took another great
interception! Got that 1 foot in bounds, and oh my gosh, the quarterback took a killer shot.
He did
He got
once again.
thrown up in the air. He is hurt. Oh my goodness, he took a shot.
Par with the interception.
Man.
Rubio
Michael
took the
Parr.
stick on him, and boy, he's not doing well right now.
Boy, he's not. He got hit hard. I hope he's okay. He went up in the air about 3 yards, Brian. Oh, man.
As they tend to him, football players on the Lions side, they're taking a knee. They know he's not doing really well right now. We're going to have to say some prayers about that. So the Cougars are going to take over 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line as the medical staff continues to take a look at Dugard here, and hopefully he'll be able to get up here very, very soon. But give me a little bit more insight of the staff here Not only at Lutheran High, but at Parker, Colorado, too, Doug.
No, boy, I tell you what, I have no doubt the teachers and the faculty and staff for the Lions are cut from the same cloth as those role models and mentors that we have at Lutheran High. And, I tell you what I really love seeing, too, is I can say this now. Last year we talked about Mr. Bernhardt. This year we talk about Dr. Bernhardt.
Nice.
I was happy enough to be in his doctoral dissertation as he was doing that there at Maryville University, and was able just to see what he did and what he has grown as a leader for Lutheran High. And just kind of, as we talked about earlier, Dr. Ernstmeyer growing our staff, and what Dr. Bernhardt now has done to kind of grow those great teachers we have and kind of keep the good ones around. We've had some great ones retire the last couple of years, and Dr. Bernhardt's done a great job bringing in some new staff. And, not only teaching staff, but also some increasing our counselor staff, taking more approach with the mental health with our kids at Lutheran High. Also increasing what we've been doing from a spiritual life standpoint, kind of going through a review of that program and how we can continue to develop and grow Christian leaders at Lutheran High.
Well, I love it, making well-rounded young men and young women as we continue to pour into those young men and women. What a great experience at Lutheran High School. We got Gerdine from the shotgun. He hands it off. Looks like Mitchell gets a nice 5 yards on that play. Took a pretty good hit as he cut back to the outside.
Yeah, Cougars here are starting to step up a little bit with this running game here. I have no doubt that Coach Harris had a talk with the offensive line. And I'll tell you what, we've seen Coach Swihart make some adjustments here, and what he's done for the second half, that the offensive line has come out and been able to move the ball a lot more.
Well, speaking of injuries, we have another injured player down on the field right now, and once again, more shout-outs, buddy.
Now here's a shout-out. Here's one from, somebody who knows a little something about football here. Michael Parr, best hands I have ever seen at the high school level. And he has been around football for a long time. Best hands I've ever seen. And I would agree. Michael Parr just sticks those paws up there, and he just brings that ball down, catches it away from his body, in his body, what have you. Wonderful hands, and no doubt he'll have a great senior year and then be playing somewhere next year in college, Brian.
Very good.
Great kid.
Who did that come from?
That was from our Director of Community Relations, Mr. Glenn Mankin, who's watching the game live in person here in Parker.
Nice. Handoff once again. This one went to Mitchell again, and he tries to cut to the outside, but nowhere to go as CCO came up and really took his ankles out.
God, CCO just keeps making plays. I love it. I tell you what, I love watching CCO play, and I wish he wasn't making all these plays because he is just doing a great job on the defensive side. Because I'll tell you, Alan Mitchell is a tough man to bring down in the open field. And CCO did just that after, Alan Mitchell put a couple of moves.
So it's 3rd and 6 for the Cougars from the Lions' 44-yard line as we continue to march down the field here with 8:54 left in the fourth quarter. Cougars leading 19-16. They continue to drive. This is going to be a big play as Gerdine is coming from the shotgun, and we have lots of receivers to the outside, going to the outside deep. And, just off the fingertips, a diving attempt. Boy, that was nice as Michael Parr Jr. was out there and just off his fingertips, he was diving for it.
Well, I think what Coach Harris was doing there, Brian, is he says, hey, it's 4th and 6. I'm going to take a shot, see if I can pick one up here because I'm going to go for it anyways, and I feel good about what my offense has been doing this third and into this fourth quarter now.
Yeah, I would agree, and that also spreads the defense out a little bit on that, and he, as you notice, threw the ball away from CCO.
Yep.
But spreading that defense out a little bit, now it might be able to allow them to throw something out on a crossing pattern and pick up a few yards, hopefully make a first down as it's 4th and 6. Gerdine takes the snap, looks to the outside.
Oh, he's open, wide open.
Wow, wide open.
Touchdown!
We have
Cougars!
Caleb Mays.
Ryan, how exciting was that? Woo! We've gone to that quick throw. Michael Gerdine just put that ball out there, and then he throws it deep. Easy touchdown for Caleb Mays.
Absolutely. Nice little pump fake by Gerdine. It was nice, and then he had the defender come up on it, and he threw it right over top of him, and there was nobody around Caleb Mays.
Looks like we have a flag here. Don't quite see what happened. Let's get the call here. Have some confusion here. I don't really, it looks like the Cougars are going to be able to keep this touchdown on the board. Lead this game 25-16 right now as the fourth quarter is going to go about halfway over. Oh, it's a sideline infraction against the Cougars, and that'll probably be put on the kickoff there, Brian. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Cougars are going to be kicking from the 35-yard line. And now you're
sideline infraction.
Have this 9-point lead, and Nick Richter's in the game to try to increase this lead to 10, Brian.
Gardine takes a low snap, ball's up, kicks up, and is good.
Nice shot from Nick Richter. That's a big play right there, because now you're up 10. You're up those 2 scores, but you're also up that field goal. So if you get to a point where the Lions would want to try a field goal, it would not win a game with that 10-point lead. If they were to score, it would simply just tie it.
Another shout out.
A couple more shout outs here from Phoenix, from Arizona. Nice. Go Cougars. Grandparents of Trey Troop injured, and of his parents, Coach Dad Troop. Love getting to know the Troop family. Have a younger daughter as well, and just kind of getting to know their family as well. Lutheran High here when Trey was a freshman last year and coming off a pretty gruesome injury last year, and can like to see him continue to develop and be able to go. A couple more shout outs here. Tuning in from Carbondale, let's go Cougars, champs for life, from state champion Charles Young.
Nice.
I love Charles Young, man. I love Charles. Again, just the only thing I don't like about him is he likes the 49ers. That's the only thing I don't like about him is he's a 49er fan. I'm just kidding, Charles. Love you, buddy. Good to see you. He's playing football there at SIUC. Love seeing it. A couple more here. Go Cougars. These guys are winners no matter what. Bring home a win. Your friend Kyle Larson. Absolutely. I'll tell you what. Cougars have faced a ton of adversity tonight and come through thus far with flying colors. And obviously this game has a long way to go with 8 minutes, 29 seconds left, Brian.
Yeah, I would agree. You know, speaking of the rain showers that came through and the thunder with the music on in the background, I'm thankful we didn't have any thunder. They would have called this ball game.
Called this game off here and maybe sitting to pick it up later tonight or something like that. But nevertheless, the rain is starting to subside now, Brian.
And Richter kicks off. Nice little kick all the way back to the 30, 25, 26-yard line. You got CCO trying to find the lane, and boy, there's nowhere to go. That was nice tackle. For the Cougars, we ended up having Michael Parr Jr. and Cross on that. Wow, that was nice.
You know what's awesome about that is you've seen Michael Parr make these tremendous plays on the offensive and defensive side, and here he is on special teams. I mean, the guy has a motor, just won't quit. It's impressive.
Yeah, I agree. That was actually Rob White in on that tackle as well. Have an injured Cougar down on the field while we do that. Doug, how about some more comments?
Absolutely. Shout out to Arab, all people, Michael Parr from Arizona. Granny loves you. You know, I think I love myself, him too. Have a question here from a DCE from Our Savior Lutheran Church. Is Nick Richter still playing soccer too and swimming? I think he is. I could be wrong, but I don't know. You know, he did last year. 3-sport athlete last year. Somebody can fact check me on that one. Here's another one. Good luck, Alan Mitchell from your big bro in Kansas. You know, I was just earlier today talking to Mr. Mitchell. I believe this is the brother who was at Washburn in Kansas.
Very good.
You know, saw him in high school here in the St. Louis area, and then off at Washburn now, watching his little brother Alan doing some great things here for Lutheran High.
You know, add that to another state of Kansas. We're probably up to 15 or 16.
We are. Love it. Here's one. Here's my man, Vinny. He just says, his text, this is Vinny. I don't even have to ask what Vinny. I know one Vinny. I know a lot of Vinnies, but I only know one, the Vinny. This is the Vinny. Go Cougars. Looks like Max S. is having some trouble keeping the boys hydrated. So I'll tell you what, Vinny is going to have to remind some folks here how to do the job that he did so well and is now doing up at the Concordia University up in Nebraska, Brian.
Very nice. Hey, the Lions are going to be taking over 1st and 10. Looks like we have a new quarterback in. Chase Sorensen, as he's doing a little bit of a read option play there, and he kept it and ended up losing about a yard or two.
Yeah, boy, you come on in, you haven't played all night, at least on the quarterback taking that snap, and kind of just, boy, what a situation to come in. Your team's down 10. 8 minutes left in this fourth quarter at home in this first game of the season. Boy, both these teams are just playing their hearts out. It's fun to watch. It's been a fun game to watch.
Yeah, no doubt. And he had Harrison on that tackle, and you know, he's just playing a good ball game, too. He's been quiet, but he's just been very, very effective tonight. It's good to see him having fun at the same time.
Absolutely.
Sorensen in shotgun. He's looking to pass. He tucks the ball. He's up and he's running. He's being chased by about 4 or 5 Cougars, trying to make the outside just short of the first down. Nice run.
He's fast. I'll tell you what, I thought he was going to take a shot here on a wheel route. He was unable to kind of open that up. That could have been a touchdown there if he was given about just a half more second.
Yeah, I would agree. Michael Parr Jr. in on that tackle. We have another Cougar down with the cramps.
It is, yep. Oh, here's a fact check. Yes, fact check. Nicholas is excelling in soccer and swimming and football for Lutheran High from his Aunt JJ. So thank you very much for fact checking that, and I'm glad I was right.
Wonderful.
You know, I'm wrong sometimes. Always admit that. Here we go. Looking good out there, Mikey. I see a lot of improvement. Keep it up from Uncle Boom. I would agree. You know, I would agree with your uncle there, Mikey. Mikey Gerdine has come alive here in the second half. You know, kind of starting to hit some of those receivers and has had some nice throws, not only on the short routes, but also on the deep routes as well. Also here, great job from Michael Parr Jr. and the Cougars. Love you, Nana, and Nana from Farmington, Missouri. Another one here. Here we go. Another Lazel. We talked about Chris Lazel earlier here, an employee at Lutheran High School here in Parker, Colorado. Here's one from his brother, Brian Lazel, a former Cougar, number 42, if memory serves correctly. Love watching two Lutheran Highs in my life. Hard to know who not to root for. Fun listening to all three of our announcers. I would agree with you. Listening to your brother, Chris, and, well, at least Brian.
Give yourself some credit, my friend.
So
we got first and 10
Lazel
here. Thank you, Brian Lazel. Always good to hear him as well. And see him at the same time, Brian. First and 10 from midfield. Chase Sorensen is the quarterback from the shotgun. He's got walled in, takes the handoff, tries to do the keeper, and there is nowhere to go because the whole Cougar defense just tackled him.
Yeah, the Cougars just came up there, and that's going to be, they're going to give him about a 4-yard loss. Looks like it should be more like a 7 or 8 yard loss, but nevertheless, that forward progress. Great first play by the Cougars defense here. And the Cougars defense has made a lot of adjustments at halftime with those out routes and those quick bubble passes. Picked one off here earlier to kind of open up that third quarter for the Cougars, and have played a lot better in this second half than they did in the first half.
Absolutely. McCaleb was the first one there, leading the charge for the Cougars on that nice little gang tackle, if you will. And here we go once again, same formation. Sorensen's looking to pass to the outside, and he's just being roughed up right now.
Champion Lady Cougar volleyball team. No pressure or anything. And she is going to be our teacher's assistant for Glenn Mankin and myself working our advancement department. So catching the game tonight, Maddie, it has been so fun to have you around, and we look forward to a great senior season of volleyball for you and the rest of our young ladies at Lutheran High.
And McCaleb was the one that ended up cramping up on that play. He's going over to get some hydration as the Cougars come back out onto the field here, and Lions once again lining up third and forever right now, 24 to be exact. And Sorensen is in the shotgun. He's got receivers on both sides. He's looking to pass to the outside. Nice little dump-off pass behind CCO, and it was just an incomplete pass.
I'll tell you what, if CCO had caught that, Brian, he was going to run for a ways. That was lucky that he did not come up with that catch. It looks like just didn't quite have enough time there, and now the Lions are, I'll tell you what, on 4th and 25. I know you're down 10, but you almost have to punt here because you don't really have many 25-yard plays in your playbook.
Yeah, exactly. With 5:56 left in the fourth quarter in this game, the Cougars, as guests, are up 26-16 over the hometown Lions.
Again, a lot of things can happen in 5 minutes. Anybody who's watched football has seen 10 points scored in half of the time here or the time that's left. So you never know what's going to happen. Cougars need to keep playing this strong four, Brian.
Exactly. Got Kayla Mays back, number 23, to accept this punt. That punt was actually tipped at the line of scrimmage by a Cougar. Mays picks it up at the 20. He's going to the outside, cuts it back to the middle.
Look at that.
He's still going. He's
got
it. He
just
got caught from behind all the way to the 50-yard line. Wow, he was juking.
He is tough to tackle. My goodness, he just flipped that field. I reminiscent of that state championship game when he caught that slant pass over on the left side, over on the Cougar sideline, took it in for 6 from Aaron Coffey there to kind of open up in that third quarter. Incredible run and catch. Another incredible run from him, from Caleb Mays.
Absolutely. He's electric, and Justice was actually in on the tackle of that one, and I'll tell you, he saved a touchdown right there.
He did.
Cougars going to start in gray territory. First half of this game, they didn't start in very good territory on any of their drives, it seemed like. There, in the second half, they're doing much better. It's 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line of the Lions. We have Gerdine in the shotgun with backs on each side of him, and he hands it off right now to Mitchell, who goes up the middle, does a little bit cut back, and gets 5 yards on the play.
Now, once again, there's Coach Swihart and that offensive line kind of starting to establish some dominance here on this Lion defensive line. Looks like we have another cramp from one of the Lion players now.
Yeah, that was Williams who actually made the tackle, and they're starting to feel a little bit. You can see the momentum has shifted here, but Cougars just need to do a nice little drive here, take some time off the clock, and let's take this victory home if we can.
Yeah, you need to kind of continue to keep that ball on the ground and just do some good stuff and put that head down and go.
Got a 2-yard pickup on that. It's going to be 3rd and about 4 yards, as that was Mitchell once again who had the handoff.
19, Alan Mitchell.
And we had Williams once again for the Lions with the tackle.
Brought down by
Another shout out here. Great throw, Gerdine. Let's finish strong. Get the team some pickle juice and beet juice for those cramps, says Dr. Gerdine. So
Dr. Gerdine, you love it. Thank you,
that.
Dr. Gerdine. Got 3rd and 5 right now. Gerdine studying defense. He sees what he wants. And here we go with the snap. It's going right to him. Nice little handoff to Mitchell. And we got a flag on the play, and there was
we're going to have a
no
hold.
gain.
We're going to have a hold or a face mask there if it's thrown by that side, Judge
Number
Brian.
19, Alan
I'll
Mitchell.
tell you what, if it's a hold
There's
there,
a flag on the play.
you got to wonder, do you decline it if you're the Lions and force the Cougars to punt, or would they punt, or do you accept this penalty and put them in a situation where you almost have to run a passing play? Looks like it was a hold, and it's going to be declined. So it'll be 4th and 5 here. Do the Cougars punt, or do they try to go for this one, Brian? 4 minutes, 16 seconds left in this game. It looks like we're going to keep the offense on the field.
That penalty is declined. 4th down.
So here we go. Decline of the penalty. Cougars are 4th down with about 5 to go. They line up, and, the offensive line for the Cougars have been really, really good tonight. And once again, we got one Gerdine under center. Got a handoff up the middle, trying to get it to the middle of the field, and picked up about 3 yards.
But
they're going to turn it over on downs. And we have a little bit more of some shout-outs, yes?
I love these shout-outs. Construction Works, Inc. in Stonecrest, Georgia salutes Coach Mike and Mikey Gerdine. Paws up, Cougars, absolutely. So we have some other folks catching up there from Georgia. Another one here. Shout out to Coach Swihart, does a fantastic job with the offensive line. 100% agree. Tell you what, this is the second half here. The Cougars have come out much stronger on the offensive line, creating some holes and opening up some space here. Still have some game time to go here. This game is not over. 3 minutes, 58 seconds left in this football game. It's been an exciting one, Brian. Been a good back and forth.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And, it ain't over until it's over. Sounds like a Yogi Berra-ism or something along those lines.
Right.
But here we go. Chase Sorensen, he had the snap. He fumbled it, and we have nice pressure on him. He's going up top deep and just overthrows. There's nobody there.
Another shout out here. Go Cougars and Robert from your little brother Riley in Rome. And I'll tell you what, Rob White's made some nice plays, especially on that last kickoff coverage. He's done some nice work there. Sprinting down the field, getting after it. Another one here. Ooh, from our director of technology here. Go Cougars. Proud of all these guys. And Allison Tripp, I would agree with you. Another one here. Oh, my good friend Brandon Tripp, Coach Tripp, sounding good. He's talking about you.
And you.
Thanks, Coach Tripp. Always good to hear from you.
Absolutely, Brandon. Thank you. Second down and 10 right now. Chase Sorensen, he's going to try and throw again. He's airing it out deep, and once again, nice. That was actually the offensive player turned to the defense.
Was that offensive pass interference on that one that we're going to get the call? Probably
that'd
not.
be nice.
3rd down and 10.
Here's another one, a real special shout out here. Let's go Cougars. Bring it home for us. Can't wait to see what you all accomplish. Love you guys. From of the University, of Stanford University, number 33, running back Arlen Harris Jr.
What's up, Junior? Thanks for watching. That's great for the shout out. And We're going to have 3rd and 10 here as play is stopped. We have an injured Cougar on the play. And, yeah, I think we need a lot of Gatorade.
Yeah, I think both teams here. I mean, Cougars have had much more cramping than these Lions have. But there's going to have to be some Gatorade. And like Dr. Gerdine says, pickle juice. Right?
Pickle juice will
Pickle
do
juice.
it.
Yeah, it'll do it for you.
I have to say there's realism in all of these injuries. And, you know, even standing up here, I think I may have pulled a hammy.
Right, no doubt. Brian, you know, I haven't seen what happened to Dugard yet. Is he back on the sideline here with his teammates?
He's not. He's still in the tent.
Still in the tent. Boy, I hope he's okay because he's taken some shots all game. And that last one, when he threw that interception, that incredible play that Michael Parr made over on the far sideline, on the Cougar sideline, to get that 1 foot in bounds, he got hit very, very hard. So we'll keep him in our thoughts and hope he is okay and going to be able to join his teammates for the rest of the season. Maybe not tonight, but for the rest of the season. And looking forward in the season here, Cougars come home, be leaving on the bus tomorrow morning, coming on home, be back at school Monday, and preparing for another game, first game of the season at home against Priory next Friday at 7 o'clock.
That'd be nice. And Isaiah Rubio is the injured player on the field right now as he's gingerly walking off the field, trying to get that cramp to release, if you will.
And I think we're going to have third and 10 here, and the Cougars are going to keep this pressure up. And you just hope when you're the Cougars here, we've had that safety deep, and kind of having some good pressure from our defensive line, and don't hope they get one cheap here and then go for an onside kick and somehow get the ball, and all of a sudden you got a different ball game. So Cougars need to come up with a couple of stops here if they want to close out this victory here in Parker, Colorado.
Agreed, Doug, and we are having some good defensive front line here. They've just been good all night. Started off a little slowly, but, boy, they really picked it up. We got a blitz coming, and Chase Sorensen's trying to throw to the outside, finds the intended receiver. He ends up short of the first down.
Boy, Aiden Harris just absolutely unloaded on him here. What a great tackle out over on the sideline. And, man, after a great tackle and just an incredible amount of power from Aiden Harris to force the 4th down, it looks like the Lion player, which we can't make out a number, is down.
Yeah, it's actually Lopez for the Lions who took that hit from Harris.
Just got crushed, Brian.
He is very gingerly getting up right now.
Man, he got hit hard. So now you're at 4th down here. Big play for both these teams. 3 minutes, 43 seconds left in this game. And if the Lions want a chance to kind of be able to put this one in the end zone, they're going to have to convert on this 4th down.
I would agree. It's going to be 4th and 1 as they have a little stoppage in play right now. Tending to the injured player, and it's good to see he's up walking around. Looks like he has the senses about him. You never know when you take a hit that hard if a concussion may come up or what, but I don't think anything's like that at all.
No. I think he popped up. He was fine. You get your bell rung. You get hit hard, and we for those of us that have played football, we've all experienced that. Big play in this game here, Brian.
4th and 1 right now. Got Chase Sorensen once again in shotgun. He got trips to the far side with a receiver, CCO, actually in motions. And we have offsides. Boy, that was good.
Yep, nice play by the Lions. Again, that's that discipline we talked that Coach Robbins has with that with the offensive his unit there. And boy, get a couple of jumps there. Cougars are going to make some substitutions here, get some fresh bodies in to be able to rush this passer, and this clock is going to start running here on the snap. So still a ball game.
That was actually good coaching as a little lull in the play, Cougars being eager, wanting to try and get to the quarterback. And
looks like we're going to have here you go. Now, see, this is how it should have been done. You should have blown the ball dead on these other ones. The Cougars have been on the short end on some of this officiating. Blow that dead. Don't let the play go.
1st down and 10.
Good job by the officials on that play.
1st down and 15.
So it's going to be 1st and 15 after this penalty. And, time keeps ticking away here with 3:43 left in the 4th quarter with the Cougars up 26-16. And here we go. This is what football's about. It's just having fun, getting down to the last few minutes here of the game. Sorensen takes the snap, hands it off to Wald, keeps it actually, pulls it out, and he's trying just to escape. And right now we end up having a couple of players tackle him for about a 3-yard gain, if you will, and it's going to be
Sorensen
third down
on
and
the
long
keeper,
once
couple
again.
second
Well, and that's a good thing
and
here is
13.
that you tackle him inbound, clock keeps running there. Cougars got to get hustle up and get ready to go. Now you're going to have another flag, and glad they blew that dead. Tell you what, otherwise number 23, Caleb Mays, was going to unload on that out pass there, caught by the Lions number 10. So good job by the officials there. You're going to have another illegal procedure, which I just, I referenced last year the Lions had one penalty. This year they've had more than one.
I think you're right. And, you look at it that way, and I say that facetiously, by the way, but it's going to be third down and very, very long, actually second down and very long, 18 yards to be exact. Discipline, you have to teach it. And if you don't teach discipline, you're going to end up having these penalty games like this, and you got to correct it. It's bottom line.
And his clock is running too as Coach Robbins gets the play in.
Sorensen's got the snap. He's looking to throws out into the flats just a little bit behind CCO, and he wasn't going to go anywhere anyway. He had some defenders on him pretty quickly.
No. Another shout out here from Corey Weber. Parents of one of our seniors here, the Weber family, watching at home, saying, "Go Cougars, doing a great job, enjoying the game."
And we have another player down.
Here you have Keelan DeGrant. Looks like he's cramping up as well. Boy, oh boy, just rough. Another shout out here, enjoying watching our guys play. Wishing everyone safe travels back home tomorrow from Amy Klein. Another one of our, we talked earlier about those teachers we have that Dr. Bernhardt does have, and Amy and I tell you what, she's been a good friend for so many years. She and I came to Lutheran High, I think, in the same year in 2001. So we've been there, for a few years together and done mission trips to Mexico together. And she is just a great teacher. And I tell you what, my daughter loved having her in class last year. And I know many other students do also appreciate all the efforts that Mrs. Klein puts in to her teaching at Lutheran High. Also here, another shout out here. Absolutely great second half adjustments by Coach Harris, staff, and players. And Brian, I agree. The adjustments at halftime, because this game was being owned. I know it was 16-7 at half. This game was being owned by the Lions the first half, and the second half has been the script has been flipped.
Yeah, I think when you get a little bit of determination and a little bit of, hey, we need to really clean this up. And you know what? There's a lot of experience in that coaching staff on the other sidelines. Not only we talk a lot about Harris being in the NFL, we also have another NFL coach or player over there in coaching in Rubio.
Yeah. And here's that screen pass again. I'll tell you what, they tried to run that one earlier, and it was just off his hands. I'll tell you, the quarterback needs to hang in there a split second longer. He's going to take a hit. It's like he doesn't want to take a hit, and if he would take a hit, those plays would be there. So that's a coaching point that Coach Robbins will no doubt work with the young quarterback on there. And again, he did come in the game here in the fourth quarter. So rough spot to be in with your team down 10 coming in cold.
4th and 18 for the Lions with 3 minutes left, 26-16 in favor of the Cougars, the visiting team. And as the Lions are surveying the field, they have this similar type of formation they've had most all night with 3 trips on one side and also the single wide receiver on the far side. Sorensen's getting the play called in right now. And here comes the snap.
And you're going to have a delay of game.
Delay of game.
Uncharacteristic mistake. Uncharacteristic. But, when you're at 4th and 16, you kind of don't really have many plays for that. So you got to kind of try to signal it into your players. And I think these Lion players are kind of saying, hey, man, we were owning this game in the first half. What happened? Well, I'll tell you what, Coach Harris and the coaching staff made some great adjustments is what happened.
That's exactly right. Sorensen takes the snap. He looks left, looks right, and decides to keep the ball as the best option. Got another flag on the play. He makes the corner.
Yeah, and
more flags on the play.
You're gonna have a blindside block there, and you're gonna decline that, and it's gonna be Cougar ball is what we're gonna have right there.
Holloway was the one on the tackle, and we still have plenty of cramps going on right now. We had another flag just thrown.
No, I don't think that was a cramp right there. What I think you had there is he got hit. I can't see the number, Brian, but he was the crackback block, and you can't do that in football. So that's where the flag came in. Another shout out here as we have a moment. Whoop, whoop. Go Robert White, number 8. You're doing great. Love Mom. Absolutely agree. Another one. Go Aiden Harris and the Cougars. So proud from Pop and Mom Stout and your family in Pennsylvania. Boy, I love that Harris family in Pennsylvania. Brian, I'm gonna visit Pennsylvania this summer.
Very good.
I am going to go out to Pennsylvania with take the family out there, and I'm excited to go see Philadelphia. So appreciate you watching us, and you're watching future games from Pennsylvania, the Harris family.
Very good. And that was Cross that got shaken up on that last play. He was able to get up, and he ran off the field and to the sideline, so that's always good. But
here's the call.
Here comes the call from the refs. Now holding on the Lions, which was declined. Had another penalty decline. It's going to be first down Cougars.
Yeah, so I think that that's the one there. Coach Harris says, okay, it can either be 4th and 35 or I can take over. Why even give them the opportunity to retain possession? And the Cougars are going to have this ball on about their own 40-yard line, it looks like. But, if they can you can get one first down here, this game will be over. Cougars lead this game 26-16 with 2 minutes, 53 seconds left in this game, Brian.
Yeah, I agree. And that second penalty was actually helmet to helmet. And I think that was the one that they declined.
The block on Jamar.
Yes.
Yeah, that helmet to helmet, that was just again, not a ruthless or anything bad about it at all.
It's a football play.
It's a football play. You can't have your helmet go to the other kid's helmet, especially on a crackback block.
And here we go, 1st and 10 from the Cougars' 37-yard line with 2:53 left in this ball game, and we have Gerdine, the sophomore. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
The sophomore, 137 pounds, and he knows how to command this offense right now as he hands the ball off. Little juke step to the outside, and we have some open room here. Wow, another cutback as we continue going down. Tristan Engels. Wow, what a play.
Boy, Tristan Engels, nice play.
Number 28,
coming in.
Tristan
Looks like we're going to have I don't really know what's going to have here, but the Cougars have a 25-yard gain. Potentially going to be a holding here on the outside is what I'm assuming. And I'll tell you what, the side judge here on the Lions side has thrown about 17 flags. He loves throwing that flag, but it was a hold. So that's what I'm assuming at least.
Yeah, Sam Smolin and John Justice were actually in on the tackle on that one. And boy, he had some nifty moves there. That looked pretty nice.
Yeah, we haven't got the call yet, but we'll see what it's going to be.
Holding against the Cougars.
Just what we thought. And that'll be a spot foul there, and march it on back. So it'll be instead of a 25-yard gain.
Holding on the Cougars.
Tristan Engels is going to get about a 9-yard gain.
46-yard line, still first down.
So it was 1st and 1, 2:39 left. That play did not take a whole lot of time off the clock. But, hey, we still have some time left in this ball game. We have our horses in on the front line. We have Gerdine surveying the defense. Here comes the snap. Very soon. Maybe if I count to 3, he'll do it.
Right.
And he hands the ball back off, and we have a nice little first down almost. He's pretty close at least.
I think that's going to be a first down, and if so here, you can take knees or you can just run some dives up the middle, and Cougars are going to leave Parker, Colorado with a victory, Brian.
Absolutely. That's great. Tristan Engels actually made the first down carry on that, and it looks like Keaton Ryman was the one who had the tackle. So 1st and 10 for the Cougars on their own 48-yard line, and they can run this clock out and be victorious.
Looks like the Cougars will just keep handing the ball off up the middle here. Nice, safe thing to do.
Agreed. We got Gerdine under center right now. He's going to be taking the snap in just a second. He has his pitch off to number 20, who goes out to the outside. He cuts it back. He's got a little bit of room. He's carrying a whole bunch of Lions with him. Wow, that was a nice run by Jalen Mack.
Jalen Mack did a nice job there getting his opportunity. And, boy, he says, hey, I want some of this, and he does a real nice job. And we've had some shout-outs from Jalen Mack and his family, so good to see him being able to excel and do some nice things here as this clock ticks down in the fourth quarter here. Cougars have this lead, 26-16. About a minute and a half to go, Brian.
Sam Smolin was in on that last tackle as we were trying to get to the next play here. We're just running clock out. Just continue to hand that ball off and run it up the middle, and Cougars going to be just fine. So here's what we have. We have Gerdine in the shotgun formation, and he gets the ball. He hands it off once again, taking it to the outside. There was nowhere to go it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Oh, they have
And
a
another
penalty?
flag going on.
Tristan
this?
Angles on the carry, brought down by number 30, Sawyer Wall.
Just kind of
Flag on the play.
stuff at the end of the game you don't need. I mean, this game's over. I don't know who said what or what happened, but my goodness.
Under a minute.
So it's beginning to get a little bit chippy toward the end as we had 47.1 seconds left here, and the Cougars are just in command right now, which is really good to see.
Yep, it is. And I'll tell you what, you got to wonder here, coming into this game, there was some Cougar fans saying, boy, I just hope we play well. And I don't think necessarily everyone thought we're going to go here and win. Well, I know we were sitting at lunch today kind of getting ready for this game, and I thought, the Cougars came into this game with a completely different mindset that they came last year, and I think our consensus was we're going to win this game. We're not coming here to have a good time. We're not coming to Denver just to have a good time. We're going to win this football game, Brian.
Absolutely. We had unsportsmanlike conduct on this, and a little bit of confusion here on the referees on where to actually spot the ball. And it's actually unsportsmanlike conduct against the Cougars, where that flag came in from, that just does not make sense.
No, it didn't, but hey, it's officials see things that we don't see and hear things that we don't hear. Nevertheless, you don't like seeing ending of games. This game should have been a couple runs up the middle, game over. Everyone have safe drives home.
Absolutely. It's going to be 2nd and, once again, a state away from being a first down. So the Cougars going to take the snap here. I'm going to assume it's going to be a running play, and it is, going right up the middle. Nice little hard running play. Gained about 3 yards.
Yeah.
Tristan Angles once again.
Brian, I'm going to need to have you as this game ticks down here. Ooh, we got looks like Errol Payton here. Pops up, helmet came off. I'm going to have you read this text here. This shout out. Go ahead.
Wow, I tell you what, for a $10 donation, we're going to say go Ducks. Somebody's going to make a $10 donation to Lutheran High just because we said go Ducks.
Go
now,
Ducks. Go
if
Ducks.
I say it 5 times,
is that 50?
Is that $50?
I don't know. We'll ask Ben. I'll send him a note later. No, thanks, Ben. Quarterback here for the Cougars back in the mid-2000s, Ben Mankin was one of our quarterbacks here. He's catching the game from his home in Lee's Summit, Missouri.
Missouri. Gotta love it.
Go Ducks. Go Ducks.
That's 30.
More importantly, go Cougars.
And Gerdine takes the handoff, and he pitches it to the outside as Jalen Mack actually tries to make the corner. Did not make the corner. And that there, my friends, is what you call a Lutheran High Cougar victory. 26-16.
26-16. Boys, it's been a pleasure bringing you the game. We look forward to seeing you next week on Friday when Brian and I will be back at home, bringing you the Cougars home opener against Prairie.
Safe travels. Good night, everybody, and God bless.
Safe trip back. Pray God's blessings on your year and your ministry. Please, 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 if you